Hello everyone, hope that you are doing very well and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis in the form of a live stream for you this morning, as we're obviously seeing I want to say pretty substantial move to the upside. I'd like to cover what's going on here, answer some questions I suppose many people might be having right now, and just talk you through Bitcoin, I suppose. Pretty good move up. I can be thinking, I suppose there's a few reasons why we're getting this move up at the moment, and we can be discussing that during the video. Hopefully offering some support to some people in the chat. We have people, hello. Shout out your country of origin right now. Where have we got our viewers from? You might be surprised the country I'm recording from right now. 10 points to whoever guesses the country I'm in right now. I wonder if anybody will get it. What a lovely way to start the live stream. What a lovely comment to start the live stream. Well done, mates. Thank you so much for that. This is what we have to deal with. You know, this is the mentality of some people that we have to deal with. But to everybody else, I hope that you are not feeling as angry or as frustrated maybe as that guy is. This is what happens. This is the emotional impact of Bitcoin. This is the emotional impact. We have people South Africa, Portugal. You're in Portugal? No, I'm not in Portugal right now. Argentina. We got people from Denmark, Syria, Australia, Ireland, Spain. Wow, Colorado, USA, Kenya, Portugal, Iceland, Mexico, England. Dan is in Argentina. Yes, we're in Argentina right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're living it up in the sun. Beautiful sunshine outside. Like this one. Those haters, man. Yeah, those haters gonna hate. But we're going to keep trading the charts. Top of the morning, Irish in Tenerife, Germany, Malaysia. Hello. Colombia, Cambodia, Georgia, Singapore. Basically people all over the world right now. How brilliant is that? Absolutely amazing. 1,000 people in here joining us this morning. And yeah, let's go through Bitcoin then. So what I'm going to ask, ladies and gentlemen, we got 1,100 people in here. If you are happy that I'm going to be giving you a live stream this morning, when generally I wouldn't be going live in such early hours of the morning. If you're happy that I'm giving you a live stream, I'm going to talk you through. I can tell you my exact trade. If you're interested, I'll tell you my exact trade from today. Smash up the likes right now. Give a like to the give a like to the video. Basically what that does is it supports the channel. It supports, me giving you content at the end of the day. So if you are happy about this, smash up the like button, turn that blue. I think we could get that to easily 500 likes. So yeah, that would be very kind of you. And I suppose the more interactions that we get, the more people interested in the stream, the longer that we'll go on. I have no reason not to do this stream for 5 hours. Who knows how long this stream's going to last? It really depends on the viewers. If we want me to continue, I'll continue. So to start off with, though, Bitcoin. I mean, yes, we have had a very substantial move to the upside. And I did see a lot of people mentioning Visa. A lot of people were mentioning Visa. Should we take a look at this news together? I did see some people posting it in the Champions group earlier. So let me just load up the link. Let me find the link. I was sure somebody posted it in here. Let's find it a second. Here we go. Yes. So this is what we had. Visa to start settling transactions with Bitcoin partners in USDC. So they are using a stable coin there. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information. Visa Bitcoin. Let's see. Visa Bitcoin. So this must be the article Forbes. Let's see if we get it on this. Let's see what's going on then. So Visa to start settling transactions with Bitcoin partners in USDC. Bitcoin credit card provider Visa today announced it accepted the first settlement payment in US dollar coin USDC. So they're not accepting Bitcoin then, they're accepting a stable coin pegged to the dollar. Okay. A cryptocurrency, a cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar in a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, so I don't think it's as bullish as I don't really, obviously I suppose it's good for the space in general, but it's not You know, I think everybody was, you know, I got the idea that Visa were accepting Bitcoin, not that Visa were accepting a stable currency pegged to the dollar. Anyway, I don't really see how that is massively bullish. But anyway, the market then marks the launch of a pilot which would allow crypto.com to settle a portion of its obligations for crypto.com, Visa, USDC on the back end, existing settlements. Yeah, I don't really see how this is really bullish news. The credit card giant is already partnering with 35 digital currencies, including Coinbase, Crypto.com, BlockFi, Bitpan. How is this really bullish? I don't really understand. Maybe someone can enlighten me of how this is really bullish news. I don't really. I understand how it's a good step forward for the space in, you know, long term, but this is the thing. I struggle to comprehend how this is really bullish for Bitcoin. Of course, I understand it's good for the space, but why does Visa accepting a stable coin pegged to the dollar make Bitcoin really bullish? I don't know. Maybe someone can explain that to me, because I don't really think that's massively bullish. Well, I suppose it's bullish for Bitcoin. It's not like it's, if anything, it's good news. Of course, it's good news for the space. It's good news for crypto. But I don't really see how that's like bullish for Bitcoin per se. Anyway, that's the news out of the way. And I suppose I have a different, as always, I have a different perspective of what has gone on here. Personally, I have a bit of a different perspective. What's my perspective right now? Well, my perspective is that this move up was a lot of new longs opening. So yeah, I suppose you do have a mixture of things here going on. What could be considered one of the biggest reasons right now? Well, I suppose if we look at the charts, and we're a technical analysis channel, yeah? So if you want the news, you can go to another channel. We're here for the technicals at the end of the day, because that's all we really care about. And what could have been a heads up, per se? What could have been a heads up that we were about to see a potential large move to the upside? Well, you see here we had really big bullish divergences. So we're actually making a higher low on price, and we're making a much lower low here. So we had, to be fair, we did have really big bullish divergences. And what does this show us? So what this shows us, or what this is telling us, is that there are a lot of people shorting that market. Again, there are a lot of people shorting that market. And this was last night, going on into the early hours of the morning. Yeah, lots of people shorting, but price is not down. So this shows you that the bigger trader has got limit buy orders. Okay, they've got limit buy orders waiting here, and they are essentially absorbing all of these sell orders. So lots of you could class this as retail. You could say whatever. Basically, there's a lot of people that were trying to short, and the bigger trader is sat there with limit orders. All of the smaller people are selling. The bigger order, bigger player holding up price. You pump out of it. This is one potential. Well, this isn't an idea per se. This is a fact. You had bullish divergences. That you cannot argue with that fact. Okay. What's another reason, in my opinion? Well, the second reason, in my opinion, is, if I'm totally honest with you, I have a feel. I just have a feeling, the CME gap. So if you didn't know, the CME gap has filled 100% of the gaps this year. And I want to just stress this, by the way, I was not shorting for the CME gap, and I actually I had not taken a trade all weekend, and I had not shorted for the CME gap either. But in my opinion, there were a lot of other people shorting for the CME gap. I suppose you do have 100% strike rate on it this year. But at the end of the day, I'm always under the perspective of you cannot short just for the CME gap. Like the CME gap does not have to be filled. But nowadays, especially over the last few weeks, it's really funny. But loads and loads and loads of people that never used to talk about the CME gap were all talking about the CME gap. And so this has also, in turn, in my opinion, fueled this rise to the upside. Why were we seeing so many people selling here? And again, this was selling coming in at the lows. So yeah, if you shorted up here, I think you would have made money on your shorts even if you got stopped on the rest. But the thing is, you got lots of shorts at the bottom. So look at this, 49 million, 95 million, 61 million at the absolute low. So it's like a scenario where, I mean, you just don't, you had a lot of people shorting. That's all we can say. We had a lot of people shorting. You had a lot of people thinking the CME gap had to be filled. And then you I don't even want to say this is a short squeeze because it was actually a lot of new longs opening. But I suppose you have a mixture of really nice longs opening while simultaneously, I suppose, also catching people that have shorted offside. So there was like a mixture of reasons, I suppose, why you've got a move like this out of it. I suppose, yeah, the Visa news is obviously going to be maybe a bit of a catalyst for the move in price. We cannot really argue with that. You know, we can say that the catalyst maybe of this move up was the Visa news, but we could say that there was early signs that this was going to move up. We could say that there was bullish divergences, which there was. We could say that there were a lot of people shorting at the lows. Literally, we're talking about hundreds of millions coming in here at the lows. Price was not moving down, people absorbing, and you know, you can see we don't really lose our previous day point of control there. We really do hold it, and you know, you squeeze out of it. That's just what I have seen on, you know, that's just what I've seen. Again, I actually haven't taken a trade over nearly the last 3 days. I hadn't taken a trade since we were up here. So coming on nearly 5 days, I haven't actually taken a trade on Bitcoin, which is a long time for me. Nearly coming on 5 days with no trades. Like, it's quite a long time for me. And it's just really simply because I just don't have a trade to take right now. I just don't have a trade to take. So yeah, for the people out, you know, as I was going to say to people, you know, what position am I in right now? Well, personally, I'm not going to short from today. There's been a great interest in open interest on this. This is obviously inside the Champions group, by the way. So this is some of the updates that you get inside of the group. But, you know, I was just recognizing why I don't need to short this actually, because the rise thus far has been bullish. And you know, it's just like, you've got to trade the charts. You just have to trade the charts. So if you're able to recognize these sort of things, you would know, like truly you would know, there has been not a reason to short, even if you're feeling bearish, even if you have a bearish bias, there has just been not a reason to short this rise this morning, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the update that I gave in my group. Personally, I'm not in a short. Great open, you know, there's just no need to short at the moment. Great rise thus far. Well, that was nearly half an hour ago, and we've obviously continued up again. So it's like, you just have to recognize these things. As the guy replied to me, thanks, Daniel, your volume module is a lifesaver. And that is literally because you just have to recognize what's happening on the charts. And you've got to lose any sort of bias. You've got to lose the bias, because at the end of the day, if you trade the charts, I think you save yourself. You save yourself taking bad trades, you know? You just save yourself taking bad trades. So yeah, that's really what I'm seeing here at the moment. Locally, it looks like a really nice rise. You know, it really does. Not really seeing anything bearish on this rise. It's been a really, you know, it's been a strong impulse. And I suppose then this is the case. You just have to then remain a bit patient now. Again, I've gone nearly 4 days without taking a trade. Obviously, that means I'm not in a long. I'm not in a short. I'm just in nothing. In terms of the last 5, you know, I'm just not taking anything. And why is this? Well, I personally just feel like I haven't been given a really nice trade. So, you know, I think that I just feel you just got to, well, I mean, partly also I just don't trade weekends, and obviously 2 of those days were a weekend, but nevertheless, I just feel that sometimes you just have to have that layer of patience. Yeah, there's been a few, you know, there has been a few nice trades over the weekend, I suppose, but yeah, I know you could have made some money on it. Well done. But I mean, at the end of the day, we haven't had anything absolutely major here, have we? There's been absolutely nothing major. Ooh, bounce off to CC here as well. I came down around it. Yeah, so I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. Oh, everybody. Everybody, buddy. Oh, wow. Lee Minho. Hello, my friend. You are my motivation to keep on going and the reason of everything good that happens in my life. Oh, wow. Thank you, mate. How long this bullish? Well, this is the thing. We are just looking at the price action, looking at the market. And the only thing that we ever have to take from the information we're given, is this a good long? Is this a good short? Or is there no trade? And we can say, is this a good short? Well, I'm going to say, no, this isn't a good short. I'm going to also say, is this a good long? You know, I would not be long in here. So in my opinion, I've just got no trade. So to the answer to that question, yeah, I just do not think you have a good short currently. This guy says, Yeah, I'm not going to comment on this. Do I pay attention to the MAs? Nope. Ah, yes, I was going to talk about the... For the people wondering why I'm in Argentina, that's a funny one, there. That's a funny one. For the people wondering what the joke was, by the way. But yeah, we're in Argentina, so as I'm saying here, buenos días, mi gente, vamos por todo hoy. Vamos, porque viva Argentina, viva Colombia, viva Latinoamérica, porque vamos, 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 vamos. Yeah, we currently are located in Argentina, of course. We have to use our, we have to take these holidays. England decides to ban, your cryptocurrency trading. Measures have to be taken. Yesterday I was chilling in, last week I was chilling in Germany. We went over there. We started chilling in traveling so much I can't even remember where we've been. Chilling in Australia. Of course, we went to Australia, Germany, the Netherlands, and currently, yeah, right now we're chilling in Argentina. So, thank God for being able to travel, because otherwise my country wouldn't, my home nation wouldn't want me to be trading crypto, because apparently it's too dangerous, they say, too dangerous to trade cryptocurrency. Now, I think it's very dangerous to make money trading. So yeah, we're currently in Argentina. Of course, we're in Argentina right now. Of course, where else would we be? Battling for the Falklands. I literally love Argentina. I love Latin America. What can I say? But yeah, that is pretty funny. Y os amo a todos. Y si hablas español, si vives en Colombia, pues ojalá que pronto estaré en tu país y vamos a tomar unas cervezas, ¿no? I think your home nation doesn't want you to travel too. Yeah, I don't think England are very nice right now. What can I say? Daniel, what do you need in order to feel comfortable shorting? Well, this is the thing. Right now. I have been under the perspective that we're going to be getting a bull trap. Does this mean that I'm having to short? No, I haven't had a short yet. But I've been under the perspective now for literally the past 4 days that we will be getting a bull trap. Obviously on, what can we say? Like, this Visa news is very good in that regards, because it brings in a hell of a lot of buyers. Okay, it brings in a lot of buyers. Okay, people are going to be FOMOing into the Visa news, I'm sure, like crazy. I'm sure that people are going to be buying that. They're going to wake up, they're going to see, oh my God, Visa. They're going to think Visa accepts Bitcoin, when Visa literally doesn't even accept Bitcoin. But that's the narrative that people can spin on this. Oh, Visa accepts Bitcoin now. That's what I read all over the chat this morning. I didn't even bother to look at the article. And if I was like somebody that just, everybody starts saying Visa accepts Bitcoin, when literally Visa doesn't even accept Bitcoin, it's like, this is just the FOMO sort of thing. You ever seen this sort of news story? But it's really funny. Sell meme. This is really funny. Oh, where's this? It's really, really, really funny. Yeah, this one. This is really, really, really funny, yeah? So how do I get this on full screen? We're going to have to find it a different way, because I want to load this up. This is a really funny thing, yeah? But it's totally true. So you see here, I've got a stock that could really excel. Really excel. Sell. Or this is the thing. Sell. Everybody's saying sell. This is madness. I can't take it anymore. Goodbye. Buy. So this is just hilarious, but it's totally true. Like, somebody's going to say, oh, Visa accepts Bitcoin. That's a good, goodbye. And then, oh, he said buy. And then suddenly the sheep are just like, buy, 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 buy. And it's a hilarious photo. Okay. Just a normal day at the nation's most important financial institution. But you see how the cycle is that, this stock could really excel. Somebody, oh, he said sell. This happens to me. I sometimes don't even say things. I don't even do things. And people like read into my words. I'm not trying to say like anything, but all I'm just trying to say is that I understand this picture because I relate to this picture. Like, I literally can relate to this picture so much because I will not even say things and people put words into my mouth and like, yeah, it's really, really, really funny. But this is just this picture is totally relatable. There's a zoomed in picture so you can see that. But this is just, oh yeah, this is the sort of thing that I'm thinking about when it's going to happen with Visa. Where people are just going to be like, oh my god, buy, 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 buy. One person says it's a good buy. Nobody does their own research, and suddenly you have millions of people FOMOing into Visa news when it literally is not even Bitcoin news. Yeah, I could see that happening. And could this be the recipe needed for the bull trap? Of course, it absolutely could. So to answer the question, what do I need to see for the shorts? What do I need to see to enter a short? Because again, I've not taken a short yet. What would I want to see for a short now? I'd actually probably want to see a bit of support loss. The thing is, I think that I could get into a really good short swing trade. You don't need to catch the top one. You don't need to get the top 2%. Okay, let's say that we have a move here. Let's just say we have a move. Okay, we have a move from here, which is the low, and we're trying to take it from here. And we can just flip this scenario if we're looking for shorts. So I'm going to go over looking for longs, but I'm going to flip the scenario as if we were taking shorts. Okay, so let's say we're here right now, and we have just seen price pump. We saw the retracement, and we've seen a pump. If we are under the perspective that we can see a really big bull trap, we do not need to short the exact high, because what we could say is this is the lows, this is the highs, and what we would like to capture is not the exact high, not the exact low, but the middle 60% of the move. So we could say this is not a good trade zone for us right now. We could say this wasn't a good trade zone. But if we can start to get that layer of confirmation, a layer of a trend reversal, a layer of support being lost, and we're able to capture the middle 60% of the move, that's all you need to be successful. So you do not need to capture the absolute low. You do not need to capture the absolute high. But if you can capture the middle 60%, you should find your consistency increasing, and you should find yourself losing less trades. Anybody that shorted this morning trying to capture the high, they have lost money, like 100%. Anybody shorting today will have lost money. So you can see how you can literally just accept you're not going to short a high when there's so much news involved. This is the thing. When there is so much news and like FOMO involved, it does affect the charts. I'm not going to ever deny that it's going to have a slight effect, because it does have a slight effect. Do I feel that this pump was going to happen before we saw, the Visa news? One could say it was likely based off of the divergences, based off of everybody trying to short for the CME gap and literally price not breaking down. But then it pumped, The rest is history. It doesn't really matter what we think in the past now. So all we can say right now is anybody that shorted today has lost money. So how can you avoid yourself losing money? Well, you can avoid yourself losing money by being the guy that's trying to time literally the exact high when you know that there's a lot of FOMO, when you know that there's a lot of news affecting the charts right now. So I think that this is a time to acknowledge we wanted to see, I did anyway. I personally wanted to see a really big bull trap. And I was literally thinking to myself, the higher this goes, the better. And this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Like, the higher this goes really is the better in that regards. So it's like, I can still have this bearish bias, even though we're up like 15% now from the low. But the thing is, I haven't taken a short, and I'm biding my time. I'm just waiting patiently for this entry, and I just do not have a short entry yet. And if I don't get a short entry, well, I'm going to still be making money off of spot Bitcoin. So it's like, I win in this scenario if we continue up. And I win in this scenario if I get a short entry, which I just don't have right now. Why? Because I don't want to try and time the high of this. Really simply, I just don't want to try and time the high of this. This is more one that I'd be happy to try and take the middle percent. Middle 60%. Maybe I'll try and time the high, but I would have to see moves back up to like 59k, you know? I wouldn't try and short from here. So I will try and I might try and time the high, but not where we are right now. Maybe if we go into London, maybe if we go open New York session, then I suppose I could try and time the high, but not in the middle of London session. What's the point in trying to time the high of London session? Well, there just is no short. There's no point, I mean. Why wouldn't I just preset sells from the Untouched Weekly all the way to 60,200 while we order, is it? Hey, mate, if you want to do that, I don't want to influence you. All I'm thinking is I don't see the need of trying to ladder shorts. Personally, I'm not going to ladder shorts. I mean, if you want to ladder shorts, you know. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to long, short, do nothing. I'm not going to give anybody to tell them what to do. I'm just going to say what I'm doing. And if that's helpful for you, then great. But I'm not, unfortunately, going to tell you what to do. But, you know, all I can say is right now, the same as I said this morning, you know, I'm not in a short and this rise is bullish thus far. So that's why I'm not in a short right now. And personally, I'm not going to preset shorts. But is that an acceptable tactic? Yeah, mate. You know, if you got your risk management on point, if you understand why you're doing that trade, take it, you know, you got to take it. So, you know, to answer that question, which is a really good question, by the way, really, really is a good question. And I want to say to you, yeah, mate, you know, mate, if you think this is a good trade, you got to take it. At the end of the day, it sounds like you know what you're on about. I'm guessing you're in the champions group, judging by what you've asked. So, you know, I think this is a brilliant question. And I do think it's a brilliant setup, to be fair, mate. I'm not doing it because I feel that I could get a better entry by monitoring what's going on here, to be honest with you. But if you want to ladder in, you know, I'm not going to tell you no, because I understand why you're doing it. I suppose you have your risk management in place. Yeah, you know, I can understand the trade. So, yeah, that's what I say to you, mate. To be honest, I hope that makes sense. La, la, la. Let me see this. La 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 la. Okay. Let's see what else anybody says. Oh yes, so we do have that now. Some people are asking what the join means. This is just something that, because we've done the Twitch channel, we obviously have a Twitch channel now. So this is something new on YouTube. I'd never seen this option before, but obviously now we've added it. So what, for the people wondering what that is, you now have this button called join, and this is totally optional. There's no requirement. You literally do not have to do it. You know, there's obviously perks if you want to join, but for anybody that doesn't want to join, there's no change in the content. But what there is now is there is a join button that you might notice. And basically what that does is if you want to join, hey, you can join. And there's a supporter option, there's a contender option, and there's a champion option. And this is basically just in YouTube. What it means is you get custom emojis. So you got the sip the dip emoji, exactly as predicted emoji, the champions assemble emoji, the little dogecoin, and you'll get a badge next to your name, essentially. So it makes your comments stick out, I suppose. Easily to identify the comments. You're able to use custom emojis. If that's of interest to you, hey, maybe no one joins, maybe someone joins. There's the option there if you want it. The contender perk, that gets you access to voting on an altcoin. So if you really want me to cover an altcoin, hey, you're going to be able to vote on an altcoin that I cover in the stream, because by choice, I'm not going to cover altcoins in the stream. But if you want to vote on a particular altcoin, you have the option now. And the champion one basically allows member only chat. So if I wanted to, I could set this as members only chat. And basically that means anybody that's under this price perk will be able to comment, and you'd still be able to watch the live stream, but you would only be able to comment if you were join that champion perk, basically. So yeah, that's what those are for the people wondering. The other comment what we had here was, thanks, man. Would you mind giving an example of what you'd need to see in exo trading view to get excited for short? Yeah, I don't. Thing is, I don't really like to go into such detail on the public streams of like giving the exact. I suppose, like, just to make it like high level, like, you know, if I start to go in like massive detail, people just like get confused, they don't understand and stuff. But I mean, what we can say is, well, what we could try and work out then is where are our key levels of support? Okay, so where are our key levels of support in this? We could say that right now. Let's see this. Okay, so we're on the 15-minute chart. So if we want to say to ourselves, we need to see a key level of support. Okay, let's try and say we don't want to try and short the high. We want to try and see a loss of support. So what stands out to us here? What stands out to us here of some key levels of support? Suppose we have this order block. Okay, we have this order block. I'm just going to take it from the wicks. So we could say that we have a key order block support here. Okay. So we could argue that this is influence support. It's coming in obviously about $57,000. So we obviously have order block support there. This is going to come in at about your 382 Fibonacci. In terms of exocharts, I mean, you'd really want to start to see. I don't think it's likely that we get increases of open interest to the downside. If I'm honest with you, I can't see that happening. But I could see just like a set-off in terms of decrease in open interest. I suppose like perfect world would be a decrease. I just don't think you're going to get increases of open interest to the downside today. I can't really see that happening. So I'd be very, very, very surprised if we decrease with increases in open interest. I'd be very surprised to see that. But, you know, if you start to, you know, decrease in price, lose your important support. I mean, if you got the increase of open interest, brilliant. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Yeah, so what was the question? Yeah, I don't want to do the extra stuff, but for trading view, I think really simply you could say a loss of the order block here. You know, this is loss of the order block. And funny enough, that order block is coming in right on those prior highs. So if you lost the order block and you would then be losing your prior highs, yeah, you'd obviously be losing, your support. I guess then you'd be looking back down to around 56k. So this is the thing that sometimes with these shorts, let's say price does this, you know, let's say it spends a bit of time here. Ultimately, it comes down. And let's say you enter your short position as price comes, let's say it loses this order block, yeah? Let's say then you take a short position and it looks like this. Loss of support, stop has to be back above the high. And let's say you're aiming down for back down here, let's say. So, you know, you got your short position taken. All I want to explain is, let's say, for example, you enter your short here on the loss of support. Okay, so you enter your shorts right here, let's say, once you've lost support. And you've got your stop loss, which is above the high. Okay, let's say that, you know, I'm just doing this for educational. Let's say that price, you know, plays around here, whatever, loses support. And price ends up doing this. Comes down here. And then pumps. Do you think this is a winning trade, or do you think that's a losing trade? You know, what do you think? What do you think you have there? Okay, what do you think? Do you think price never hit the overall target and stopped you out? So do you think that this would end in a winning trade, or do you think this would end in a losing trade? Because many people would be under the perspective that price had not hit target and then it reversed and hit the stop loss. So what do you think this results in? A winning trade or a losing trade? Let's see what people say. Let's see the comments in here. I'm blocking the cycle. Man, I don't know why we get so many trolls in the chat, but hey, we are like we are like the people love to troll chart champions. It's always been the case for years. This has been going on for years. Yeah, exactly. People understand. Winning trade, take profits. I hate this. Why, if people hate me, do they bother watching the videos? It's so crazy. Uh, man, I just don't understand. You know, I just love to hide all the people, because it's like, I just don't understand why they watch every video we make and they hate me. It's just like, I just really don't understand it. Anyway, um, it's so crazy. Anyway, what I was saying is this should result in a winning trade. Why should this result in a winning trade? Well, if you enter here, your overall target is here, but price comes down and then stops you out. What are steps you would have taken, in my opinion, of making this a winning trade? Well, let's say the first thing that we could be aware of is the fib from low to high. Okay, and let's say that we come down to 55k and price does something like this, So we bounced off $55,000. We were targeting, let's say, 54,000. Big reversal. Well, the step that you would take is, for example, taking profits here. So if you take a profit 1, and let's say you close 50% of the trade. Well, if you're closing 50% of the trade here, what you can do is move that stop loss to entry. Yeah. And then once you've taken profit 1 of 50%, move the stop loss to entry. If you then reverse, you will be ending with 100% a winning trade, even though price never hit your target. Because really simply, you have taken a profit, you moved your stop loss down, be this to entry or be this off a market structure, doesn't matter. And you will make money even though you got stopped out the trade. Why? Because you took profits on the way. Yeah, that's the biggest factor. You took profits on the way. Maybe you don't move your stop loss to entry. Maybe you do. That doesn't matter. I think even if you don't move your stop loss to entry and you're closing 50% of the trade, then you're either getting out at break even or maybe a win, or maybe a small loss. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be devastating to you. If you move your stop loss to entry, of course, then it ends in a win. So yeah, that's one thing that you got to bear in mind. If you're taking a short aggressively off of like a loss of order blocks, then you just got to remember that first take profit generally should be has to be taken before you hit target. I'd always say that don't just hold on to a position for target. You do have to try and do a little bit of working out that first take profit, I suppose. It's like even here, like I did not short this last night. I did not short this. But let's say, for example, somebody did short it. I don't know, maybe they did. And let's say somebody shorted the highs and they were after the lows here. This is a respectable trade. And what's the case? Well, let's say that they entered their shorts. They have their stops above the high and price comes down, 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 and then reverses on them. Do I think that anybody that is shorted here, I personally do think that they would have taken profits here, even if they're aiming for 45k. So this is the thing. You could have been shorting for the CME gap last night. You would have had to have a good short entry. I would not have shorted here for the CME gap. But I understand that if somebody has shorted these highs, I honestly do think that they definitely would have made money, even though price reversed. So even though we got this reversal to the upside, I truly believe that if you shorted these highs, you made money even though you got stopped out. Because I just don't see a world in which you have not taken profits here. You'd have been hitting your CC, PD, POC, PD value area high. You have reasons to take profit here, even if you're targeting the CME gap, which obviously never got filled. I think there's a weird place if you lost this trade. And this is just for people that maybe shorted these highs. Like, people are going to laugh at you. People love to laugh at you when you get stopped out of trades. Like, and no one can, I didn't take this trade, but people that laugh at, let's say somebody took this trade, they took the short, they made money at the end of the day. I truly believe that anyone that shorted these highs would have made money, because I just don't see a world where you didn't take profit here and you wouldn't have had that stop loss down. I just don't see a world that happens. So it's like, man, people love to troll, people love to laugh at other people. But the majority of these people that laugh and stuff, it's just like, it's very unlikely that they even trade or make money. So it's like, who cares what other people say? Who literally cares what these other people say? At the end of the day, just focus on your own trades. Just focus on your own trades. So yeah, there's that as well. See if there's any other comments in here. Oh yeah, when will the when sailing video be released? I think Thursday. I think Thursday or Friday that video will get released. Okay. Why was I not longing this? I don't trade. So really simply, I just don't trade weekends. So I was not neither longing nor shorting. I just don't trade the weekends. So that's that. Ladder out and move stop loss to entry. Yes. Stop loss to break even. I'm using Exo. I mean, you can use Exo, Atos, Sierra, Trading Technologies. And just like some new softwares out at the moment. So there's not Trading View. I'm using Exo. I don't take any of it personally. Honestly, I don't. I'm just so used to the trolls right now. It doesn't bother me, but it does still. I just sometimes read it. I'm just like, wow. The hate means love. Yes. Hey Dan, the predicted funding for rate is 0.1%. Will this affect the long bias from chart champions? P.S. They hate you because you're making more money. Hey man, I don't know why these people hate. But the funding rate. What is the funding rate now? Then let's see. Oh wow, yeah, we're going to 0.1 funding rate. Wow, really? That's surprising. Yeah, we're heading up to almost 0.1 funding on Bybit. Probably the same on Binance. Won't be quite as bad on Binance. Wow, OKEX already on 0.1. Wobi 0.7. BitMEX 0.4 almost. Wow, why is Gate gone? Negative. OKEX negative. FTX 0.7, FMX 0.06. Well, I mean, yeah, you could argue again. You cannot trade off the funding rate alone, but obviously this is lining up for bearish funding rates. You know, these are considered bearish funding rates. You know, you start to go up. You know, especially if you start to head like 0.3 funding rate. You know, if you start to continue upwards here, let's say we get to, I don't know, $59,000, and you're starting to see like 0.3 funding rate. So you're heading into resistance and the funding rate's really high. Well, in my world, that equals a short. Yeah, you know, that's where I'd be happily trying time to high with entering a short, because it's like just worth the risk to reward off of it. So yeah, interesting that you notice this. Really good work, mate. And I do think that funding rate is definitely something that you want to take into consideration. Okay, definitely, mate. Any other comments? I might put on some background chill music. Have something playing in the background here. How was the music, by the way? Is this too loud? Is it too quiet? You're gonna have to let me know about the music. It's always hard for me to judge. It's very hard for me to judge if it's too loud or too quiet. Could I turn it a bit lower? No worries. How about that? Is that better? This is always, yeah, cool. Sounds like it's good there. Perfect. This is so hard. Some people are like, it's too loud. Loud, perfect. It's good, perfect. A little but too loud. I need to like verify it myself, because I always get like half the people are like it's too loud, half the people say it's too quiet. Let me try and verify this myself. 1 second. Oh man, I'm just gonna have to take people's word for it. I can't be bothered to actually verify. That means I'd have to set out my headphones. I can't bother to do that right now. I'll turn it down slightly then. There we go. That should be fine now, I think. It's basically at like 10% volume. Cool. I think that's all right then now. Yeah, so I mean, we have not really advanced or declined here. Hadn't taken a trade all weekend, still not taking a trade now. You know, I can just talk, I suppose. I'll just talk and be like, yeah, I just truly think, you know, if you are, the thing is, I think some people get so caught up in like the small moves, and I truly just believe, you know, I just truly believe you got to remove like the emotional state, because this is just like speaking from the heart. And I truly believe that if you really want to be like a trader that's successful, and what we mean, what defines success? Well, I suppose within trading, success is easily defined. I would say success. What is a successful trader? Well, I would say a successful trader is somebody that makes money trading, no? On top of that, not just makes money, but consistently makes money over time. So of course, anybody can make money trading. How do you make money? All you need to do is press buy or short. But if we're talking about consistency, this means you're not just winning 1 month, but you're winning month, you know, month after month, like consistently over time. I think that defines success, no? In my opinion, I suppose, you know, it's not a dictionary example, but I feel that would define success in my view. But how, you know, how do you get to the level of success in trading? Like, or how do you become a consistently profitable trader? Well, I truly believe if you want to be consistently profitable, the 2 key words there are consistent and profitable, then you cannot trade. And I know people don't like, you know, this is why I think I get hate, because people just do not like what I say. But I just truly think that if you trade off of news, I just don't really think you can make money consistently. That's just my opinion. I just don't think you can trade the news. And I also just don't think you can trade like your emotions. So what are your emotions right now? Like, what are you feeling? Are you feeling a lot of FOMO? Or are you feeling a lot of fear? Are you feeling a lot of regrets? You know, I feel that people are under this emotional, you know, emotional roller coaster. Now, I made a video while we were down here at around 50k. You can go back and check the video. It was released on the 25th of March, and the video title was literally, let me remind myself, pretty sure it was just called like emotional roller coaster. Let me just double check. And I recommend you go back and watch the video. I really do. Probably people aren't going to bother go back and watching it, but let me try and find it. Yeah, the video was literally called emotional roller coaster. Okay. Bitcoin emotional roller coaster. So the thing is, if we're talking about the Bitcoin emotional roller coaster, then if you go back and watch the video, while we were down here, we were literally, my exact words were, if you are feeling fear, if you are feeling fear, if you want to short right now, walk away from your computer. Just walk away from your computer, because that was not the time to short. You do not short while price is crashing. And the thing that, I want to say the same here. If you are feeling this FOMO, just walk away from the computer, because in my opinion, this is an awful time to short. This is a rubbish time to short, and this is a rubbish, awful time to long. If you are in this emotional roller coaster, and I can tell you, because I made the urgent YouTube update because I saw the fear people had. So I done my update to say, do not be fearful. Do not short these lows, because this is the worst short you could imagine. And I want to emphasize here, my words are going to be replicated of, if you are feeling FOMO right now, just walk away from your computer, because this is not a good long. This is just not a good place to long. This is not a good place to short. You just have to lose that emotion, because you are not ever going to be consistent in trading if you are getting scared at the lows and bullish up at the highs. There's just no way you can ever be consistent, because you are going to end up shorting the lows and longing the highs. So my words, if you were feeling fearful, walk away. And I want to say, if you're feeling bullish, if you're feeling euphoric, if you're feeling FOMO, just walk away from the computer, because I just do not see that you take a good trade by longing up at these highs. Yeah, that's just the way I approach trading. And I would recommend anybody that is feeling ultra oh my god, this is really bullish, all this sort of stuff, just walk away from the computer, just turn off, go for a walk outside, go do something else, because I just do not feel that this is a good place to long when we are literally pumping nearly 5% in a day. Well, this pump's going to be bigger than that, nearly 6% up, nearly 6% pump. I mean, I'm never ever going to think this is a good long. I also just don't trade breakouts, but I just think that a lot of people let their emotions get the better of them in trading, and they start to lose the rationality of, all the technical analysis just goes out the window. People want to think to themselves that they're gonna make a plan, that they're gonna stick to the plan, but then, bam, the pump happens and they lose all their plans, and they're suddenly then FOMOing into longs or FOMOing into shorts, and all the planning was a waste of time, because they don't listen, they forget their plans, and they just focus on the emotion that's running through their brain at that moment in time. So yeah, that would be my thoughts of that. You have to remember that this is, if you're a market maker, just think, if you're a market maker, this is like the most perfect scenario of a bull trap. Just think like you're a big player. What do you need to fill lots of shorts? You would need lots of long. And these sort of scenarios where you just know it without even knowing it, almost, that this is a scenario where there is going to be a lot of FOMO longs. So it's just I would personally never ever long into this move. That's just one thing I know that I wouldn't do. So, you ask me, you come to me and you say, Daniel, is this a good time to long? My answer is always going to be no. Even though it can continue higher, my answer is always going to be no. And this is not context dependent. I'm just talking about period. If you ever come to me and say, price has moved up 10% today, is it a good long? I'm always going to say no. And I'm always going to say this is a bad short. Why? Because we were down literally 15% in a day. That is always a bad short for me. And this is always a bad long. So you come to me now and you say, Daniel, is this a good long? I'm always going to say no. If you come to me and you say, Daniel, is this a good short? I'd say, yeah, I understand the shorts. I understand why you'd prefer to short this than you would long. Because, hey, at least you're shorting on upwards moves rather than trying to short the bottom. No, you know, so I get that. I get that, you know. So yeah, that's really is my opinion of this. I suppose. Trying to think what maybe was printed here. Don't really have that. Really. I don't know, falling wedge. Some guy says, I'm watching you from my lunch break. You having a good lunch break, mate? Trying to see if we have any good questions in here. Yeah, so the time in England right now is basically coming up to 12. It's basically 4 minutes to 12, yeah? So the clocks did change in England. So the clocks went on 1 hour ahead. So for the people asking about that, yeah, the clocks have changed. Oh, this is a very funny one. What do you use to check the order book? Well, it's funny that you asked that, because obviously we do have a live stream. Good bit of promotion, but we do have a live stream on Wednesday, which would be 7:30 England time, going over the order book. You can use Atos, Sierra Charts. It's coming to Exo desktop, I believe. Well, this is a funny one. Daniel, do you only trade Bitcoin, or are you a hodler too? Funnily enough, I did become a well, I don't know whether I can class myself as a hodler. I basically started to put my profits that I've made in crypto, just holding them, yeah. So I guess I am a hodler in that regards. So instead of like withdrawing profits to the bank, I basically now put my profits into offline storage. Yeah, so I wouldn't want to keep it on the exchange, but yeah, I guess in that regard I am like a hodler now. Almost, I suppose. It's not like I'm actively buying Bitcoin. Like, I don't buy Bitcoin anymore. It's just the profits that I will make from trading, I'm now instead of selling off, yeah, I guess I am hodling in that regards. Maybe I'm not ever going to buy Bitcoin, but I will now accumulate Bitcoin from trading, I suppose. which is something that I never really used to do. I would just keep it on the exchange and trade it with it all. And now I was like, hey, let's put some of this in offline storage and just hold it for like, I don't know, 50 years and see what happens, you know? So I see an interesting comment here. This guy says, Daniel, I messed up big time. He shorted at 56,000 times 2 leverage the first time using times 2. Oh, that's unfortunate. To make it worse, he didn't use a stop loss. Wow. Should I ride the wave or wait for a retracement? I mean, you know, this is the sort of thing that I just like, it's crazy, man. But I mean, yeah, first of all, I guess I feel, you know, I mean, what was your plan? So this is the best way that I can think to help you. Okay, this is the best way that I can think to help you. What was your plan of shorting 56,100? You must have entered this short thinking to yourself, why were you entering it? Where were you going to get out that trade? I mean, you don't need me to tell you, because it's pretty obvious that, you know, like, you should have obviously used a stop loss, but you now have forgot to place the stop loss, I suppose, or whatever. And you are now in a massively underwater position. But I would say to you, without, I don't want to tell you to long, I don't want to tell you to do anything. So I'm just going to question you of saying, what was your plan when you entered that short? Was your plan to short 56,100 with the stop above the high here? And you should have been out of this for what, like a 1% loss, and now you're suddenly sitting in a position that should have been 1% loss. You're sitting underwater by nearly 4%. You know, that's obviously going to hurt, and it means that you have clearly had no risk management in place. But I mean, hey, what was your plan? Was your plan, I would imagine, if you were shorting 6100, that 61,100, that your plan would have been to have your stops above the high, I would say. So if that's the case, then why are you still in this long? I mean, why are you still in the short? So if it, you know, I mean, I cannot tell you what to do. So the only thing that I could say is, if your plan was to be out now, why are you still in the trade? That's all I would say. Like, if your plan was to hold this short until, you know, $100,000, don't close. But if you shorted there and your plan was to close if we took the high, then why are you still in the short? That's what I would say. But if you plan to short 61,000, oh no, what was the price you shorted? Sorry, 56,100. You know, if you shorted 56,100 and you wanted to short to $100,000, then hey, you shouldn't close your short. Like, I don't know your plan. You know, I have no idea what your plan was, so it's impossible for me to give any help on that, because yeah. All I could say is you really need to make that plan before you enter the trade. Like, you need to know where your entry is, why you're entering there, where your stop loss is, and where that target is before you enter the trade. Okay, you have to have that information before you enter the trade. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt big time. And I hope you've learned your lesson from that, because I guess you are burnt. So I hope you learn your lesson. Really nice question here. Hey Daniel, I would like to ask you about your TPO series. I think that you will use EXO for this, but is TPO the same on Atos or other platforms? Yes, the answer is yes. Obviously we are doing the TPO series, and lots of people obviously looking forward to that. And yeah, you can use that on EXO, you can use that on Atos. What were the other ones you were asking about? Yeah, it's basically the same on other platforms as well. Yeah, definitely, mate. me see what else we have in here. This is a good one. Daniel, what was your worst loss and how did you recover from it? People, if they're in the group, they already know what my worst loss was because I spoke about it before. We'll see how many people can remember or how many champions we have in here. If you want to remind me of the most biggest loss and most painful loss of my trading career, write what wrecked me. I'm just interested to see how many people can remember, because you'd have had to have been a member, I think, for at least a little while to know when I talked about that last. So if you know what wrecked me or my biggest loss in trading was, write it in the comments, because I want to know how many people can remember. Yeah, man. We do have some loyal members in here. We do have some loyal members. Yes, it was. It was Snapchat. No, I don't short Airbnb. It was a Snapchat though, yeah. I shorted Snapchat because I was like, man, I had like a massive dislike for Snapchat. And the thing is, I was making loads of money shorting Snapchat. And then I was like compounding, just like, I was going crazy, massive short on Snapchat. And then like one day it like gapped up. And yeah, it basically Snapchat gapped up. And I just decided to like hold on to the short. And like, this is when I definitely let my like emotions get the better of me, yeah. And was not trading the chart. Like what I should have done when Snapchat gapped up would have been close the short. But I decided to like hold on to my short and keep adding to it, thinking, oh, it's going to come back down again. This was obviously a long time ago, but yeah, I got wrecked. Well, I didn't get wrecked really. I lost a lot of money. Yeah, I lost a lot of money off of Snapchat of all things, because I did not trade the charts and I let my emotions get the better of me. And yeah, I should have just closed my short as soon as I saw the gap up, and I actually would have still got out of profits. But instead of like closing the trade, I just decided to keep on shorting. And yeah, I definitely let my emotions get the better of me, and that's how I think through taking that trade. Obviously, at the time, it was very depressing. It was very, very, very bad at the time. But overall, I can say I'm very happy that I took that loss, because it did change the way that I trade. I would never, ever, ever do that mistake again. And that's how that's how I'm able to give advice, that's how I'm able to give tips, because I went through that process. I've went through that pain. And so by me taking that mistake, I'm then able to help others not take the same mistakes that I did know. So yeah, although well, I guess this is a really perfect example. If you shorted Bitcoin and we had a gap up on Bitcoin, yeah, we had the gap up on Bitcoin. I guess if you were in a short and you see the gap up, then you might have been thinking to yourself, okay, it's time to close the short, maybe. But I mean, this is obviously different. This is Bitcoin where I was just trading Snapchat. But basically what happened was we saw the gap up on Snapchat and I didn't close my short and I didn't trade the charts and I let my emotions get the better of me. And yeah, I lost a lot of money on it. But overall, I can definitely say I'm very happy that I took the loss. Now, years later, I can say I'm very happy I took the loss, because it made me learn what I shouldn't be doing. I suppose, yeah. Made me learn not to do that again. I safely say I would never do that again, because that was painful. That was painful, I do remember. But I had a really big dislike for Snapchat, yeah. So I was a big hater of Snapchat. I didn't like the company. And I was making a lot of money shorting them, and I got carried away, I suppose. So yeah, don't trade your biases. Don't trade what you want. Trade the charts. I'm a firm believer of this. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I say, because I'm not going to be saying things, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen, you know. So it doesn't really matter what I say. It doesn't really matter what I want. It doesn't matter what anybody wants, because at the end of the day, trade the charts, you know, because it literally does not matter what anybody says. You have to trade the chart, because if you trade the chart, you are already one step ahead. You know, you're already one step ahead, because if the chart is looking really, you know, in my opinion, like we had bullish signs. So it's like, if the chart is looking bullish, well, you could just really simply say to yourself, I'm not going to take a short. And, you know, if you have this underlying bias, or you're like, because I was literally saying, like, I have a bearish bias on Bitcoin, but you see the difference. You know, this is the difference. Like, I have been openly saying I have a bearish bias on Bitcoin. Yeah. This is probably for the past like week. I've been openly saying I have a bearish bias. You know, I've been telling people I have a bearish bias. But you can see, the thing is, I have not taken a short. So you can start to see how I've been openly saying I have a bearish bias over the last few days, yeah? But I have not taken any short positions on Bitcoin. So even though I have a bias, I know I do not trade that bias, because that's not how you make money, you know? So even though I have, you know, my personal bias is bearish, it does not mean that I'm going to take a short. And why am I not going to take a short? Because I don't have a setup, and I know to trade the charts. So I think that's really, really important to emphasize, because we are trading the charts, and we are staying true to what the technical calls are giving us. And until I have a short entry, I'm not going to short. See how magical that is? It's like mind blown, you know, boom. Like your mind is getting blown right now. I may want to short, but if the chart does not give me a short setup, I'm not going to short. You know, you see how like mind blowing that is. You know, this is the thing. Like, yeah, I'm still being patient on this. So, yeah, that's that, I suppose. Smash the likes, guys. It costs nothing. Yeah, if you are enjoying, if you want me to stay, smash the likes. We've got 1,700 people in the live stream, 700 likes. 12 p.m. I suppose if we get to 1,000, let's say 1,200 likes within the next 4 minutes, I'll stay on live stream, and I'll continue with giving you some insights and talking you through the price action. I'm still waiting for this to even drop down, or, you know, we're literally just going sideways right now. So I'm waiting for this to do something. I'll stay on live stream if you smash that to 1,200. See what you want. Get that to 1,200 by 3 minutes, quarter past. I'll stay on live stream. If we don't, then I'm going to call it a day. So I'll wait and see what happens. If you want me to stay on the stream, get it to 1,200. If you don't, then don't like, and I will call it a day in this public live stream. And go and get something to eat. To be honest, go get something to eat. Because I am a bit hungry. Are you bearish due to stock market structure? No, I'm not. No, I'm not really bearish. I'm bullish on the stock market. Yeah, so I am a stock market bull. I am not bearish on the stock market. So the first thing that I said, I'm not bearish on the stock market. Yeah, I am like one of the biggest bulls you're ever going to see on the stock market. So that's the first thing that I want to say to you. Like, definitely I can say that 100%. Like, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin because of the stock market. Is that I am bullish on the stock market. Okay. So yeah, I guess the really simple answer to that question is no. Yeah, I just really simply think the stock market is very bullish. Okay, this for me is a very bullish chart. Maybe we get another all-time high this week. That would be nice. That would be brilliant. You got one more minute for 150 likes. It's on the audience. It's on the audience. We got 1 more minute, 150 likes. Otherwise, I am going to go get something to eat. But yeah, to answer that question, I'm bullish on the stock market. Yeah, definitely, I'm bullish on the stock market. Yeah, so I suppose on like Bitcoin, I just, this is the thing. Like, I would love so much for this to be like a bull trap and like head down lower. But at the end of the day, it's because I still am under the perspective that we still have wave 5 to come. So like the thing is, because I acknowledge that it's likely in the medium, like I actually truly, I truly believe that Bitcoin will be heading $70,000 plus, 70,000, maybe to $100,000. Like I fully believe Bitcoin's going to be hitting at least 70k. So the thing is, I would love to see that retracement and basically a bull trap to lower prices first of all, because I recognize that gives a very, very lovely long trade. So like at the end of the day, I want to basically buy Bitcoin lower because it's like I recognize that gives a really good trading opportunity, because I'm under the perspective that we're still in wave 3. So if we are thinking to ourselves, wave 5 is still to come. Okay, so this is basically my Elliott wave count. I believe that we've finished wave 1, we've finished wave 2, we're either working on wave 3 still, or we're in the middle of wave 4. But overall, whether we're here or whether we're here, I still think that we're coming up higher overall, yeah? So overall, I'm still looking between $70,000 and $100,000 Bitcoin, yeah? So I believe that I'm fairly certain that we will hit like $70,000 on Bitcoin. I've thought this for quite a while, but I'm really, I really believe that we will hit that. So the thing is, if I can, if I can see a really massive bull trap which sees us lose 50k support and puts in like a low wave 4, I recognize that gives me the best buying opportunity, because what happens if we lose 50k? Well, everybody's going to turn really, really, really bearish, and you wipe out a lot of the open interest. And that's the best time to accumulate longs, because I still know that we are coming up for wave 5 overall. So that is the reason why I would like to see a decrease in price, because overall I'm still bullish. And I know that any retrace I want to buy, basically. So if we can break 50k support, amazing. Because I truly believe that gives me the best opportunity where the majority would turn really bearish. I know it. I just know for a fact if we lost 50k, loads of people would short and loads of people would think that it's over. And I would honestly be viewing this as like, this is such a good opportunity to long. So that's what I'm thinking in terms of Bitcoin. Like, do we break 50k this move? Maybe we don't, maybe we don't. But do I know that if we did, I would love that? Absolutely yes. To be honest with you, absolutely yes. I would love that. So yeah, that's really my perspective under like the Elliott wave count. And obviously now for this to end in a bull trap, we really need to start to lose some support levels. We really need to start to lose support, because if we do not lose any support, well, then we're not in a bull trap, are we? I would still love that though. Don't get me wrong. I would still absolutely love the bull trap. And I do think that we're like setting up for like the most perfect scenario of one, but we just need to actually start to break down now. We have all the ingredients really necessary for the bull trap. We have everybody that was bearish down here or shorting down here. I feel that anybody that shorted down here is probably now liquidated, probably stopped out, probably FOMOing back into longs. So that's ingredient number 1. People that were bearish are now turning bullish. Ingredient number 2, we got the bullish news. We've literally got bullish news. This is going to create a lot of FOMO. Number 3, we're breaking out of these like patterns such as the falling wedge. It's going to get people bullish. So, I mean, we do have like every ingredient necessary for a bull trap. And I would not long here. So I would not long here. And again, if this just continues up, I'm just going to have to say I missed the long. I'm totally comfortable with that. So yeah, like I feel that we have like every ingredient necessary for a bull trap basically. And yeah, we just now need to lose a bit of market structure. Well, you see how close we got, ladies and gentlemen? We got 12 likes away. I said 1,200, yeah? Oh, we didn't make it. Didn't make it. So I'm sorry, but I am going to have to go and take some lunch. I was gonna stay, but I am actually really hungry as well. And it is like 20 past 12 in England, yeah? I haven't had any lunch today, so... yeah. Hi Daniel, just like to say love watching. I think most of us are just sitting watching the charts like yourself and just like chilling with you. Yeah, I appreciate that, mate. I do appreciate that, mate. We have hit 1,200. I don't know whether to stay here. What I might do is actually go and get my lunch and just bring it up here and we can like chill together. Yeah, why don't I just do that? I'm gonna go get my lunch, which is just some fruit, and I'll bring it up to the office. So yeah, we'll continue watching Bitcoin together with some food. How fun is that gonna be? Let's go. I will literally be about 2 minutes. I'll be about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be 2 minutes. So BRB. Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? I wonder how many people are still here. Let's see. Oh, we still have 1,500 people. Hello. Oh. Wow, we have the first person join. Welcome, RB, mate. And there you go. That is worth it. Now you got the exactly as predicted emoji, and you got the little badge next to your name. Oh, there you go, mates. You are officially the first ever person to join the champion tier. There you go, mate. That's cool, no? that is cool. How do we get rid of this then? There we go. Welcome, mate. Look at this, yeah, 70 million longs closing. Now, this is crazy. Obviously, this is considered bullish. Like, this retracement is considered bullish. I'm sorry that, let me just make sure. Someone just confirmed the... Yeah, there we go. Hey, mate, what is on? Yeah, that is pretty cool. You're the first ever champ on the YouTube. So welcome. And I know it's obnoxious when I'm like eating on the stream, and I'm very conscious that I don't want people to hear me eat. So I think I'll like mute my mic. We'll keep our eyes on this. It's just like eating an apple on stream. I think it's going to be annoying for a lot of people. Overall, though, I still don't see a need to short this at the moment. You know, we actually come down just longs closing. I've said this before, like longs closing is not necessarily considered bearish. Have you considered a future career in becoming a stream eater? Getting paid to eat, you know, some crazy people out there could supplement your gaming streamer career. Yeah, man. This is it. I'm in the transition right now of transitioning from becoming a trader into becoming a gaming ASMR eating streamer. Yeah, you know, the transition is underway. You know, though, this is literally like a pretty normal day for me, where sometimes I will literally just be doing absolutely nothing in terms of trading. Like sometimes you go, well, I'm nearly going on now 5 days not taking a trade, which for me is actually quite a long time. But it's also just like that there is just no trade. Which is just crazy, which is just pretty funny when you think about it. Like, I am a renowned scalp trader, and I consider myself a scalp trader, but I think just being able to recognize when to trade and when not to trade is pretty helpful, I suppose. Pretty good. But I do want a short. I'm not gonna lie. Like my like itching feeling is really itching to short. Like, you don't understand how much I love to short Bitcoin. Probably my favorite thing to do is shorting Bitcoin. Especially my favorite thing to do is short Bitcoin when everybody's really, really, really bullish. Maybe we get that on the US Open, yeah? So 2 more hours. If we stay on this stream for 2 more hours, you might see me take a short on stream, because I don't think I'm going to be able to withhold myself to short into New York Open. At the moment, I can hold myself off, because I just, you know, we saw the open interest decrease here. I'm not going to short that. But if we can continue up again, I think there's a high likelihood that you'll see me short on stream. If we can get to US Open like this, yeah, I'll probably take one, to be honest. I love the comment. I literally love the comments so much. We got the green apples for a green day on Bitcoin. We also got the green grapes. How could you not? It's a green day. You got to get your green fruits in. Did you open a short? No, I did not open a short. I have a question for you all. I have a question, yeah? So I wrote this in the group last night, and I think I upset somebody. So this is a pretty interesting comment. So I received this comment on the YouTube. So last night I wrote in the group, Bitcoin is not going to drop now. It is bullish. And in the next 3 days, it will start its journey to $63,200 and then $73,900 plus or minus 100. There may be some retracements along the way, but nothing major. The guy says, why do you think it's okay to make comments like this in your group? Are you aware that there are young people who are new to trading who will follow your comments purely because you're an experienced trader? Why is it necessary to troll your own community who pay you monthly membership? What are your thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen? What are your thoughts? Like, I did post this, like those were my exact words, to be fair, but I also posted it in like a very ironic manner. in an ironic manner. Do you think that I am like out of order for having a joke? Or do you think that I like should be 100% serious all the time? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Because this is not the only comment I received. Like, I actually received a lot of people that were really angry because I wrote a bullish thing. It's really funny. For me, it's pretty funny. But yeah, basically, I wrote that was my exact words, and I wrote it in like a jokey manner. And yeah, do you think I'm like out of order for having a joke? And like I don't know, some people got really angry about it, yeah, because I wrote something bullish. It's like, I think it was really obvious that I was joking, but I don't know. Like, do you think I'm like, my question is, I suppose, do you think it's okay to have a joke? Or do you think like, just because I actually am seriously interested, do you think that I should always be serious and not try and troll and not try and joke around? Or do you think it's acceptable as a person that runs as a person that runs the community? And I do know there are people trading off of exactly what I write, which is a shame. But do you think it's acceptable to joke, or do you think like I should be 100% just like serious, like a serious CEO that, you know, just takes it very, 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 very seriously? I'm really interested to know what people think. Yeah, I guess sarcasm hard to read via text. I'll show you the post because I guess without the context, you might be like, what's he on about? I'll show you the post. Oh, that is the door. 1 second. I need to go and answer the door. I think we got a delivery. BRB, 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Oh man. Hello. Sorry. I had to go take my delivery. I'm sorry that you heard me burp. So yeah, I was going to show you the context of this post. Sorry, 1 second. I got a gas. There we go. So what happens when you eat too much acid? I was going to show you the post. Yeah, so this is it. So I wrote Bitcoin is not going to drop now. It is bullish, and in the next 3 days it will start its journey to 63,200, and then on to 73,900 plus or minus $900. By the way, this was at 1 a.m. This was at 1 a.m. But basically I wrote a bullish post, and guy says thanks for the update. I mean, I just thought it was really obvious that it was trolling. Like, so they say literally the next minute, what made you switch? And I said the hypercycle, mate. I just thought it was like really obvious that I was joking. I mean, we literally do have people like, this guy says, why are you trying to hurt people like this, Daniel? And I was like, what? you know, then I had to like make it very obvious that I was referring to somebody else's, but it was like literally a copy paste. But loads of people got really offended by it. Well, not offended, I suppose, but just loads of people got really annoyed. Yeah. So I just wanted to know what people's thoughts were. This wasn't even like, this was literally a joke. And I was even writing, I know we're talking within like a few minutes. I was like literally had to literally point out that this was like actually a joke. So I did make it clear in the end. The joke over somebody's head. For those wondering, it was a joke. Like, I did make it clear. But yeah, I just wonder what people think about that. Whether it's acceptable to joke or not. I guess this is a thing. If I joke, I need to make it very clear, because, well, I suppose if somebody did FOMO in off of that post, then they may. Funny enough, they made money because we did go up. But yeah, I suppose if I joke, I just need to make it very clear. Understood. You know, in my defense, I thought it was very, 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 very obvious. Yeah, I thought it was very obvious that it was a joke. I mean, why would I long because of the hypercycle? I mean, if you know me, you literally know that that was a joke. I think it's just like the new people. They don't really understand my, like, I don't know, I guess they just don't understand like how I am. I think anybody that's been in the group longer than like 1 month, I think knew it was a joke. But hey, I suppose I have to be more careful, and that's fine. I'll be more careful. Okay, I'll be more careful in the future. I won't do that again. Isn't CC and 7.5 split pound taken from the top or no? Let's see what that coming in now then. Yeah, right on the speed fan. So this is what we're talking about. Like, these speed fans are so nice. You want to see this? 0.5 speed fan, bam, retracement. 618 speed fan, retracement. 0.75 speed fan, well, we've already got a bit of a retracement from it. You see how powerful this is, man? Fibonacci, so amazing. Fibonacci, so amazing. Fibonacci, so amazing. I love the fib speed fans, literally. They're so powerful. Yeah, so basically that speed fan is really powerful, mate. Yeah, definitely. Could you take in a scalp? I suppose so, but I didn't. Oh, we got a new contender. Hello, welcome, AKR. Welcome to the contender. Well done, mates. It's the first ever contender. Your trolling keeps people sharp. Critical learning. I mean, I must admit, I honestly thought it was very, very, very obvious. I honestly did think that it was obvious. Okay. You know, I wasn't trying to do that to hurt people. You know, people come up with like, Daniel, you're hurting people. You know, I mean, obviously now I guess like this is a learning experience for myself. Like, I honestly just thought people knew I was joking. And, hey, yeah, I guess I just know now to make a very big disclaimer. This is a joke. Please don't stop trolling at you, man. You know, this is a thing. I don't know. Don't think people like it when I troll. Irony is okay, but best monitor reactions plus clarity. If it was only RE for people make mistake, don't joke blindly without watching market reaction. Yeah, I guess so, maybe. Yeah. Understood. I apologize for anybody that got annoyed about me saying that. I should not joke about the hypercycle. I got to respect that hypercycle, mate. I guess this is a thing. I think if you understand the irony or sarcasm, then it was very obvious. But I suppose, yeah, like some people are saying, and I do understand that. I suppose sarcasm very difficult to understand, especially if you're not native English. Then to understand via written text that it's sarcasm, I understand that's very difficult to understand. But literally 1 minute later, I was writing pretty much. It's very obviously a joke. But this is the thing, for the people that are wondering, this was also wrote in the troll box. So basically, general chat is basically like you know, it's just full of memes. And obviously our serious areas are the Bitcoin charts only and the Bitcoin TA. So if you just want to keep it serious and you don't ever want to watch like memes and stuff, then the Bitcoin TA and the Bitcoin charts only, like this is where you get your serious analysis. So it's like you just have to recognize where you're reading the information. Like I will 100% say, if I post in Bitcoin TA, it's a serious post, and I'm never ever gonna joke in Bitcoin TA, and I'm never gonna joke in Bitcoin charts only. Like when I post a chart or when I post analysis, it's 100% serious and professional. But when I post in general chat, yeah, like for me, that general chat is the relaxing place. So because I know probably of our 1,000 viewers here, a large percentage are members. So just to make it very clear, for me posting in general chat is, you know, you shouldn't really take anything seriously in here. If you want like a serious professional environment, well, that is why you look in Bitcoin TA and Bitcoin charts only. That is where I give my serious updates, yeah? And general chat is for me just a joke. General chat is just like a place to hang out and like just talk and troll, basically. I like to troll in there. I'll be very honest, I will never ever troll in Bitcoin TA or charts only. For me, that's serious, and literally general chat is like we say here. I feel bearish, you know, all these sort of random things. General chat. Should I long? Should I short? General chat. What a crazy day! I love chart champions. General chat. You know, are you looking at actual proper technical analysis? That's for, you know, we have this disclaimer that comes out every hour. Yeah, look how often there's bot posts. The bot is literally reminding people that general chat is for like is for the random things, and the Bitcoin TA is for the serious stuff. Yeah. I don't know if that wasn't clear. Now everybody knows. So yeah, I suppose I apologize. I've learned, and hey, we move on. Fibonacci, yes, Fibonacci is so amazing. Definitely, mate. If Elon Musk can go on Joe Rogan's show and smoke pot, then Dan should be able to make jokes in his own champions general chat on Discord. You've said it time and again. Go and make your own plans and trade your own place. 100%. This is the thing. If people get influenced by the words, it's like I had just done a 1 hour long live stream of literally talking people through my whole plans. Yeah. So I had literally got out of a 1.5 hour long live stream. So it's like, why would I have changed my mind as soon as they got out of the stream? It just doesn't make any sense for me. Anyway, it just didn't make any sense. Anyway, we're moving on, and that's it. I suppose well, I don't really want to. I guess I'll just say, like, if you want the serious stuff, just look at TA, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin charts only. Like, I can guarantee you that is always professional. That is always professional. And you will never see me or any of the coaches or staff joking in there. You know, we do treat that very seriously. Why don't you make a channel just... Yes, so that is something we're doing, by the way. That is something that we're going to implement. We had a lot of feedback saying, Daniel, your posts get lost. We can't really find posts, etc. And so, but based off of that feedback, we are going to make a section where only I post. So yeah, that is coming. Yeah, that is coming, definitely. So there will basically just be a section where inside of Discord where only I post, and I will give regular updates on my trades, on my trading positions, what I'm doing, where it's just really easy to see. So people can put on an alert in the group, and when I post a trading update, when I take a new position, they'll get alerted by it in a very easy, understandable manner. There will be no confusion. There will be no thinking this, thinking that. It will just be like one group where only I'm posting. Everybody can see. You know, obviously this is not going to be everybody, but paying members can see. Yeah, that's coming. Based off of the feedback, lots of people wanted that. Yeah, so to answer that question, do not worry, mate. That's coming. I can see lots of people really didn't like my comment last night. I guess I do apologize. I do apologize. I guess it's not the end of the world because, you know, it was a joke. Like, you would have made money if you traded off of the joke because price did go up. So I guess it's not the end of the world if you traded the joke. But I will make it very clear in the future if I'm joking, I suppose. And yes, when we open up the box where it's just me posting, I'm also going to be starting a new live trading challenge. This is a thing a lot of people really want to see me like live trading on this new challenge. So yeah, that's going to be the new features that come together. We're going to open up a box. Sorry, as I am really sorry that I'm eating on stream, but you guys wanted me to stay here. Yeah, that is the new thing that we're going to add. So when we add the post in, you know, when we add this section in Discord, which will just be for my postings, which are obviously going to be serious posts, we are also, or I am anyway, I'm going to start a new live trading series. And yeah, so that's going to come at the same time. Okay. So I think that's going to be brilliant. I think people are going to like that. I'm not sure at the moment whether we do this starting with 10 grand, 100 grand, I don't know. I'm not sure how much I start with. I don't think it really matters how much I start with. Whether I start with 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, I don't think it really matters what the starting amount is. I think the most important thing is that I'll do live trading on stream and people can watch it. Obviously, we're going to have to pick our times because over the past 5 days, I've taken 0 trades. So obviously, we're going to have to wait for some nice, you know, I'm not going to just stream to stream. Today, I'm just streaming because, I don't know, I just felt like taking a day off. I'd say I'm on holiday today. This is my holiday. I don't really have any intention of jumping into a trade. I don't feel the environment really fits any trade. But obviously, when we start the live trading series, we'll only jump on stream when there's a trade, I suppose. Somebody says, am I a vegetarian? No, I'm not a vegetarian. I actually love meat. Yeah, I actually do love meat. This is my baby altcoin at the moment, yeah. Algo. I really like this altcoin. This is my altcoin that I'm liking at the moment. Airbnb, I'm also very bullish on this Airbnb. Yeah, this is one I'm really, really, really bullish on. I think I've already gone through this now. I'm looking like this. I'm very bullish on it. It's really interesting to read like the feedback of people. I am seriously intrigued and like interested in what people say. Some guy says, Daniel, you do troll a lot. Yeah. Yeah, man. I didn't realize that so many people didn't like my trolling. Yeah, that's surprising. The thing is, like, I do just need to emphasize this because I guess it seems like a big issue then, which I didn't realize it was. General chat for me is literally not serious. I don't think general chat is a serious place. I do think Bitcoin TA is serious. You know, if I post an update in Bitcoin TA, it is serious, you know. If I post in charts only, it is serious. So like, these are your serious, all of the areas are serious. Like TA, charts only, Bitcoin, altcoins, legacy markets, psychology, money shots. The only joke area is general chat, and that's the only place I ever used to troll. Well, not really trolled, I just had a laugh. I didn't realize it was such much big of a problem. You know, I literally didn't realize it was such a problem. Oh, wow. Thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? that it's bad. That's my thoughts. Yeah. My thoughts on Bitcoin Cash is this looks really, 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 really bad. But I also think I have no, you know, I just think this looks awful, yeah. Thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? It looks awful, mate. That's my thoughts. Oh man, we need something to happen. This is getting a bit boring. There's literally nothing happening on the chart. Nearly finished my lunch now. Yeah, this is a really, really, really good setup for me, in my opinion. I think this is a really good setup. And I will definitely place money on that. Man, this is why I love this is why I love general chat. Yeah. The memes are so fun. Daniel, CC noobs, Igor, everybody loves Igor. I love Igor. Igor is an absolute legend. When Igor shows up in general chat. Come on, how can you not love this? How can you not love those memes? Man, I love it. I do love it. I would miss the memes. The thing is, when we do post the memes, we kind of do it. The thing is, yeah, like some of our memes are actually, like, you could class them as signals. Yeah, it's pretty funny. The best signal meme group in the world is what we are. So we'll do a few more question and answers. Let's see what other people are saying in here. Do I just eat fruit? Yeah. I actually love fruit. I really do love fruit. I need some good organic peanut butter with that. How do you get the position chart on Bybit? What do you mean the position chart? This is the funding rate. Oh wow, yeah, so we are hitting 0.1 funding. This is just the funding rate. I'll send you the link. This is the link. I've sent the website. If you were serious 100% of the time, it would be about... Yeah, I like to have a joke, man. The thing is... Yeah, I don't know. I just like to have a joke. At the end of the day, I think the most important thing is that we're making money. So it's like, I don't... You know, if you can make money and at the same time have a laugh and have a joke, I don't know. I think it's... Yeah, I don't know. Somebody says, why did we... So yeah, I bought, what is it? I bought like 6 altcoins the other day. So yeah, I bought like 6 altcoins the other day. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, to answer that question, basically, I decided to go through the alts and think which alts are looking like really nice setups. And I found altcoins that I liked. YFI, Litecoin, Algo, Tezos, Rep. Maybe that was it. Was there another one? Can't remember. Maybe there were, I can't remember if there was another one now. But yeah, I basically sold 3 of them. Some of them for a win, some of them for a loss. And I kept a hold of Tezos. And I kept hold of Algo. And these are both in really nice profits now. You know? These are in nice profits at the moment. And the reason I bought them all is because I went through and I looked at what looked like relatively bad in terms of down from all-time highs, while simultaneously having a bit of a bottoming out pattern. And I thought that these looked the best to me, hence why I was happy to buy them. So obviously, like, what I'm liking on this is yeah, I just kind of like to look at them, you know. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And also, if you hodl algo, you are receiving staking rewards. Also on Tezos, you are receiving staking rewards. 5% a year. So you can almost use this as a bank account, you know. You can almost use Tezos or Algo as a nice bank account. And just hodl, hodl, hodl. Hodl away, receive 5% annual interest. And hopefully the coin times 10 at the same time. that would be goals. And actually, the staking I'm receiving is really nice. Really nice, actually. Yeah, really nice. Algo's paying me slightly more. And yeah, I think Algo I should be estimated about $40,000 a year. So literally, by just holding Algo, I'll be getting about 40 grand a year. And from Tezos, I bought slightly less Tezos. But I should be averaging, I think it was about like 25 grand in Great British pounds, 25 grand a year. So yeah, for me, I was just like, hey, why not? You know, the charts look nice. You know, put both of them together. We were talking about 60 grand a year for doing absolutely nothing. If the charts move up, absolutely brilliant. The thing is, Algo's going to be getting me about, you know, 40, let's just say about 40 grand a year. And also, since I made that first investment, it's also up 10% as well. So I'm making gains because the chart is moving up, and I'm also making gains from just from literally just holding it. So yeah, it's kind of just like, you can view it maybe just as like a bank account. This is why we still were not jumping into shorts. You know, this is the thing, you read the charts and you can literally see when the moves down are considered like bullish retracements and bearish retracements. You see how we read the open interest, and once again, exactly as predicted. you just gotta use what's the most likelihood, and this was most likely it was a bull flag, and I was right. I didn't trade it, didn't put any money on it, but I was right. And that's because I'm still holding fire. I'm still holding fire. Just don't see the need to try and short this right now. And I'm very glad I didn't. As we've got about 1 hour to go to the US Open. I might short the US Open, you know. Might be my first trade in 5 days. I'm debating that, yeah, I'm debating that. $83 mil, wow. Well, I think you now have your potential flag. You obviously don't want to lose back down around 58k now. So your support is moving up. Support is moving up. 1 hour till US Open. if anybody else wants to offer, if anyone else wants to suggest me an altcoin which I can stake, like, well, the thing is, I really want to hold it on an offline ledger. I'd be interested in it if anybody else wants to recommend me some altcoins to stake. The thing is, I don't want to stake into something like DOT, because DOT's already up like 500% this year. So it's like, I don't want to invest into something that is up massively, because that just doesn't offer me a good risk to reward. So if I want to invest in something, like if I'm thinking about a medium-term investment, I need to invest, I need to invest into something that's down at the lows like this. I cannot, the same with Tesla. It's like, this is such a low, instead of a medium-term time frame, one would say this is a fairly low risks. So I refuse to invest into something like DOT. Look at DOT. How could I invest into this, which is literally up 220% in a year? Like, in terms of what's a better, investment for myself, DOT or like algo? Even though DOT might outperform in the long term, I just don't feel comfortable opening and building positions at the lows like that, at the highs like that. Loads of people are telling me cake. I'm sure cake's pumped up massively. It's not massive, actually. This is a new coin, though. I don't like to invest in new stuff. I like to look at the charts, which are like at least a few years old. Ones that I can remember. Oh, did the USA... Oh, yes. I keep forgetting about this time zone. I keep forgetting that our clock's changed. The US is now open, isn't it? Oh, my God. Yes, the US is now open. The clocks have changed. I'm awful at remembering these sort of things. Okay, interesting. So we opened it. Yep. Let me double check this. Yeah, so the stock is open, but we have not really got a reaction. No, the stock market is not open. Actually, it's open. That's what I thought. It was opening at 2:30. And then I saw loads of people in the comments saying the stock market's open. I thought maybe I was wrong with the challenge. No, the stock market isn't open. It does open at 2:30. Man, I'm getting trolled by the comments. Even I don't know what's trolling and what's real anymore. The stock market isn't open. The stock market opens in 1 hour. See what other comments we have. Yes, man, get trolled by my own community, man. Well, I guess that's fair. Man, ICX. I used to love ICX. What is it doing now? Wow, the ICX pumped because of a swing failure pattern of the lows. That this was a really easy long. Yeah, I can't believe this one pumped up now. So 200% from the lows. Wow. Yeah, you know, I was trading this one back in like 2008, like literally at the very, very, very start of 2018. And it was like, ICX was one of like, I used to really enjoy. I was just like a really big bull on it. Obviously that didn't turn out very well, but like I truly have a lot of feelings towards ICX, Icon, the future of the blockchain. Man, if this ever hit all-time high again, it's 2,300%. Yeah, man. GG to anybody has Icon. This is a good coin, man. This is a good coin. Swing failure pattern of the low is like one of the easiest setups you're ever gonna see. And from the swing failure pattern of the low, it's up 100. No, it's more than that. From the swing failure pattern of the low, it's up 200%. Yeah, I remember trading this one. Wow, this is like a blast from the past. I do remember trading it literally up at the absolute all-time highs. Like putting its all-time high January 2018. I was definitely trading it all the way up there. And this thing like tanked. What? From when I used to trade this to now, it's down. Literally, it went down. Nearly 99%. Wow. Coin literally lost like 99% of its value. That's crazy. But I do remember trading that at the all-time highs. That's so mental that it went down that much. And the thing is, like, I remember, like, this was like, loads of people were like, oh, this is like the next best thing. This is like so bullish. This is like, everywhere you read, like, Icon was the next big thing. And like, Icon was a really, really, really big, massive project, massive team, massive potential. You know, it's going like, it's going to just keep pumping and pumping and pumping. And wow, to see it down like 98%, that's, man, that just shows you why you cannot, why you just have to be able to react and not hold these sort of biases, I suppose. Because if I had held on to the biases back in 2018, I would have held on to this, you know, if I had believed anything that I read on the, if I believed everything I read on the internet, I would still be holding on to this coin today and down, what, like 80% of my money. But no, obviously I saw the light when it started to retrace. I was like, just get out of this project. But yeah, that really goes to show you, like, I'm 100% honest. Like, Icon was ultra shield in 2018, like ultra shield. And yeah, anybody that bought into that in 2018 and hodled it, wow, they have lost so much money. That's crazy. But I also really like Icon, so I would love Icon to do really well. Like, I would love Icon to pump. I don't hold any of it, but I would just love it to pump just for the memories, you know, just for the memories. I'd love Icon to pump. And if that ever hit all-time high, wow, 2,000% gains for people that buy it now. It's crazy. You know, we were talking about Litecoin the other day in the group. We were talking about Litecoin, and some people are saying that Litecoin's like going to die as a project. And other people were like, no, Litecoin's pretty good. I mean, Litecoin, the chart itself obviously looks really bad. But yeah, I obviously am not a fundamental guy. Like, I spend zero time on fundamentals. Like, I couldn't care. I don't care about the fundamentals of these alts. I'll only trade it because of the chart. But some people are like, oh, Litecoin is like a dying project. I'll show you. Like, this was really, really, really funny. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So I went shopping for some altcoins in the morning. And Litecoin, I got filled 10 Bitcoin. Yeah, 10 Bitcoins worth of Litecoin I bought. I was just like, hey, why not, you know? And so I bought 10 Bitcoin of Litecoin, and then literally 2 minutes later, I had people like, Litecoin is totally worthless. It will disappear at some point. And like, this is the meme. Like, these are just the funny things, you know? Where is it? Yeah, you got to read this to understand how funny this was. Like, so I was like literally accumulating on Litecoin, and it takes a little while to, you know, 10 Bitcoin is obviously not a lot, but the liquidity in the market is fairly low even on Litecoin. So takes a little bit of while, you know, it takes about an hour to get filled, but you get your position filled. And I got my position filled. I was like, right, I've got my positions. And literally, I'm not even joking, 2 minutes later, I have to buy 10 Bitcoin of this stuff. I was told it's totally worthless. I was like, hey, you know, you gotta appreciate that meme. Come on, that's pretty funny, no? But yeah, that was pretty funny. I thought it was funny anyway. I was like, wow, I just bought this and now everybody's telling me that it's worthless. And I sold my Litecoin. I did sell it. Yeah, I sold it. So I bought it and then I got rid of it. But I actually sold it for a little bit of break even, because it was really funny because I bought it. Yeah, I bought it and it did actually start to pump. So this was back on the 25th. So yeah, I was anyway. I don't know about anyone else, but I was literally buying it here. And then it did have a really, really nice pump. So yeah, this is how I managed to get out of this one I got out of it break even in the end, because I managed to buy it, and then it just really so happened to be that the next day it had a really nice pump back above the high. So it pumped then on the 26th, and I was just sitting there like with a really massive smile on my face, like, wow, you know, this is really good. Yeah, and I sold out some of it because this was just, I don't know, Litecoin's a bit of a weird coin. So I did sell out some of it, and then it come back down yesterday. A few days ago, came back down. I then just decided to close out of it. Obviously, since then, it's had another really big pump. It's come right back down again. I don't know. This is like really choppy, but yeah, I didn't lose anything. I didn't make anything. It was just a really fun experiment. But yeah, that's Litecoin for you. Had another really big pump today. Nearly 7%. But the thing is, you see this, it like pumps, it gave it all back here, it pumped, it gave it all back here, it pumped, it gave it all back. So it just reminds me of Ethereum, yeah? It pumps and it like gives nearly everything back. So unless you take profits, like you're just gonna be like a never-ending cycle of losing money on these things. So yeah. And that is Litecoin though. But yeah, I bought this one because I was like, yeah, this coin also looks really bad. All-time high, down 85%. I think we might need to fill in the really big wick. But at least nobody shields. Like I don't buy projects which are ultra shield. So you will never see me buying an altcoin that's talked about on other people's YouTube channels or anything like this. Because like, I would just never, ever buy something that's shielded by somebody. It just doesn't, I just would never do it. And so at least like the projects that I buy are because I've done my own technical analysis on them. And I just would never ever buy anything that's ultra shield. And like half the altcoins that people mention in the chat, like I can guarantee they've watched somebody's YouTube video about it and they've like sold them this like story. And it's just like, wow, it just doesn't, it's just not how I trade. Yeah. Somebody says, can you swear please? Just was. I think I've never ever sworn on live stream. I will do it for you. There you go. That was my swear on live stream. Hope you enjoyed that. That's funny, mate. That's really funny. I also am like consciously never swearing on live stream. There is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Igor. Igor in the chat. Igor, the absolute legend. Eagle, my friend. Eagle of a god. He is here. He has given us our presence. Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? This is everybody right now. Oh, man. Now, I'd love to have Eagle come on to this call and speak with us. Eagle, my friend, what are you doing today? He might be busy. He might be busy. I don't know. But if Igor is not busy, the man can speak with us. Oh, we have one of the legendary first ever contenders. I will take your question here, mate, because he has joined. So he says, Daniel, I know it's not your favorite alt, but I hold a bag of Ethereum and looking to switch that over to Bitcoin. Can you share some insights? Absolutely, mate. Igor, my friend, I am very well, thank you, mate. I hope you're keeping well. I'm very well, Igor. I'm just taking it easy today, you know. I've taken no trades and I'm feeling good. I am feeling good, man. So thank you for asking. And to share my thoughts on ETH. I mean, ETH is a stable coin, yeah? I think if Visa wanted to implement a stable coin, they should have implemented Ethereum, because I think Ethereum is more stable than USDC. Yeah, man, Ethereum is a stable coin, and I think it's gonna be taking over the peg of it's gonna be pegged to the dollar at this rate. Yeah, man, I don't know, don't really know what to say on it, to be honest with you, mate, because it's just doing absolutely nothing. I've been saying this for a little while now. Like, Ethereum is so boring. Like, it's ultra boring. It's just literally not doing anything at all. I just don't really see how you can trade this at the moment. Like, long or short, I just do not see any trade on it. It's just literally doing absolutely nothing. So as much as I would like to give you an opinion, I just have no strong opinion or bias at all on Ethereum. I just have no opinion at all. Like, yeah, I just have no opinion. It just is absolutely stuck. I mean, would I want to hold a bag of it? Probably not. But at the same point, I just have zero opinion on the coin, mate. I just think it looks like... I mean, arguably you're at support. So, I mean, you wouldn't want to sell right now, I suppose. But I just could not buy this or sell this. There's much better opportunity. In my opinion, there's much better opportunities. I'll just say that. You know, there's much better opportunities. I mean, if you've hodled this since the top weekly, then maybe you want to keep hold of it, I suppose. But yeah, I personally feel there's much better opportunities, and this is like, yeah, I suppose it's at CC support, but that's about it, really. I mean, if this could drop another 20%, I wouldn't be surprised. This could pump tomorrow 20%, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I would not be surprised for that to drop 30% or to pump 30%. I honestly would not be surprised either way. Where this is going next, I have no idea, because this is just not something I would get involved in. There, you know, speculate on it all you want, but this is anybody's guess. This is what we call a gamble. Buying Ethereum now or selling Ethereum now is a total gamble. Total gamble. Maybe you're right and it pumps. Maybe you're wrong and it dumps. Like, it's just like, why would you trade a 50-50 like this when you could trade something with much higher probabilities? Yeah, that's my opinion on Ethereum, mate. So I really cannot say where this is going next. I suppose if anything, you're at support and it gives a better long position right now. But still, I wouldn't trade this. You have no divergences or anything. It's just like, I don't know. No opinion, mate. Yeah, this was really funny. No worries, man. You're welcome. This is a really funny comment. Did you ever mention what happened to your Kava bag you were forced into? Did you sell it eventually? How many people know the story of what happened with that Kava bag? So basically, yeah, this would have been what? This was, I don't know. I can't remember how long ago. Did it maybe? I want to say maybe 4 months ago. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that long. I can't really remember the exact date this happened. Happened a while ago. And I deposited I deposited fiat currency onto Kraken to buy Ethereum. I actually was buying Ethereum. And this was before we hit $2,000, by the way. But I was depositing money into Kraken to buy ETH. ETH was in the middle of its upwards move. And really funny story, but I had my account hacked. So I had at the time had bought Ethereum and I had it on Kraken, and my Kraken account was literally 1 day old, and obviously my bad for not setting up the proper security and stuff. But the account, my plan was literally to buy ETH and send it over to Bybit. So I needed to use a gateway for that, and my gateway was Kraken for some reason. And so I deposited I deposited my fiat, I bought Ethereum, and I tried to then send my Ethereum to Bybit. And I got caught out because on Kraken you cannot withdraw large amounts within like the first 2 days or something of signing up, or some like really weird rule that they have. So I was then just stuck, I just had the Ethereum on Kraken, and I was just like, oh hey, we'll just leave it. I think it was about 750 grand. And so I was like left with this ETH, and I was just like waiting. I was like, hey, it doesn't matter. I'll just send it tomorrow and we'll start trading with it. And really funny. But then I think it was either the next day or even I think it was the next day. Pretty sure it was the next day. The next day I tried to get into my Kraken account and I couldn't get in. And I was like, oh God, I've been hacked. I was really dumb, but I somehow got hacked. And I was like, oh, man, this is a little bit annoying. And I was trying to like get into the account. I couldn't get in. Somebody had changed the password. And in the end, I got my account back. But I was thinking to myself, oh, somebody's obviously withdrew the ETH. That money's gone now. But it was really funny, yeah. So I managed to get back into the account. Spoke to Kraken, spoke to their support. They verified it was me, and I was back in. And I got back into my account. And for some unknown reason, my Ethereum has gone, and I'm left with a bag of Kava, like CAVA coin. And I'm thinking to myself, why have they not stolen? I literally thought I was going to have the money gone. And I come into the account and I'm thinking to myself, why did they not withdraw all my money? That makes no sense. And then it turned out that they tried to withdraw the Ethereum. And because the account was new, there was a block on the account. They couldn't withdraw the ETH. I think they withdrew like 0.2 ETH because that was the max they could withdraw. And anyway, long story short, they basically sold my ETH, put it back into Bitcoin, and then they market bought Kava. So that they market bought, I think it was about 800 grand. So they bought about Great British Pound, which is about $1 million. So basically, I then had on my account $1 million worth of Kava, and it was all bought at market. And it was hilarious because we were looking at the price of Kava, and Kava was literally pumping. And that day, I kid you not, Kava literally started its pump. It was absolutely hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. If we look at Kava BTC, this coin literally started to pump. And I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna hold on to this now. If we go back to the day, I'll try and find a post because it was really funny. you know, Kava. So this was way back at February, actually. So yeah, I've now got back into the account, and somebody bought a random altcoin called Kava. And like literally at the same time, Kava was starting to pump. It was just really, really, really funny. And Kava literally started to pump. And I was like, hey, you know, I'm now left bag holding this thing that I've never heard. I'd never heard of Kava in my life. I had no idea what it was, you know. And then suddenly I was left bag holding this Kava coin. And it's like really, really, really funny. But I actually made, you know, in the end, even though obviously the market order was with loads of slippage, I just decided to hold it, just like, hey, this is really funny and it's a really funny story, so let's just hold on to Kava. But then Kava actually decided to continue pumping. So I think I was like the first ever guy that got hacked and actually made money off of the hack, which is just really funny. But yeah, this thing has literally, you know, this thing, yeah, continued to pump. And it was just like, yeah, I was just like, hey, I'm just going to keep it in Kava. And just because it's like, it was really, really, really funny that, yeah, I got hacked and I still made money, which was just really funny, man. But yeah, that's the story of Kava. It makes me laugh. So literally, yeah, that was a funny story, mate. That for me anyway was a funny story. Got hacked and actually made money. And I was fully expecting to have lost everything. So that was pretty funny. Yes, I do still have a Shiba Inu. She is downstairs. Thing is, she molts. So my dog molts a lot. So if I brought my dog up here, I would be covered in dog hair, and it's not worth the RTR. You know, the risk to reward of bringing my dog up here and showing you her on stream is not worth the risk to reward of getting hairy. Yeah, that's kind of what I think that they done. I think that they bought Kava in their own accounts and then used, I don't know, this is a guess, that then they've used my account to like basically a move up. I think that's likely what they done, and they've just pumped their own bag sort of thing. But yeah, and I guess Kava was, you know, a very low market cap. I don't know. I really didn't do any research on it. But I suppose that Kava was maybe one of the lowest volume altcoins on Kraken, and they chose it for that reason. That's a total guess, but it was really funny that was the outcome. So that wasn't the exchange getting hacked, that was my account getting. The exchange is fine, you know. You want to see Doge? Man, I don't know. If I get Doge, I'm gonna be so hairy. I'm literally gonna be so hairy. I might instead of just doing that, I'll just go and take a video of her and put it on Instagram. I need to go to the toilet anyway, to be honest with you. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the toilet, and I'll be like 2 minutes, and I'll go take a video of my dog at the same time, and we'll go back. It's just I don't really want to bring her into my office because otherwise everything's going to get really hairy because she molts like loads, and yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'll make a video of her, and I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know, 2 minutes. BRB. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Big Connect. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Big Connect. Hello. Yeah, you want to see my dog? You can come and see her. Here she is. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. We will look at her together because she is absolutely amazing. You want to see her? Showtime. That's the Champions live stream last night. Oh, you want to see something really funny? We should have a competition of the best place where somebody's ever done a trade from. This guy last night watching the Champions live stream from the top of a mountain. $9.95. Who shorted the top? Your boy.
Well done,
so,
Daniel.
Yeah, that was just
well
like
done.
The most How cool is that? Like, the guy literally is watching the live stream from the top of a mountain in Slovenia. $9.95. Who shorted the top? Your boy.
Well done,
so,
Daniel.
Yeah, that was just
well
like
done.
The most That's hilarious. I want a competition of who does the best trade location. We've had people trading from boats, from the top of mountains. That's quite a good one, top of a mountain trading. So who wants to try and beat that? Well, tag me on Instagram, and I'll see who does the best one. But this is the dog. This is what you're here for. This is Doge right now. She is sunbathing. She's always sunbathing. Like, she just lives in the sun. That's a nice big yawn. Are you ready for US Open? Are you ready for US Open, Andy? You moved that we're gonna get out of this, or are you just gonna continue sunbathing? We take holidays together. She right now relaxing. I'm also relaxing. Ruby, I haven't taken a trade in 5 days. What is wrong with me? I feel lost. Yeah, nice big yawn. Go back to sleep, eh? There you go. That was Doge. She's also relaxing. As I told you, she's relaxing, taking a day off, and I'm basically relaxing and taking a day off as well. Look at that big yawn. We're both taking a day off. We're both taking it easy. This is like the longest I've gone without taking a trade. We're coming on 5 days. 5 days, no trade. Ruby. Get her. Little doggy. Relaxing. I'm also relaxing. Ruby, I haven't taken a trade in 5 days. What is wrong with me? I feel lost. Yeah. Nice big yawn. Go back. Yeah, that's Ruby though. And that is the epic stuff from the top of the mountain. Anyway. If Kava wants the moon. Left with the Kava coin. Oh boy. Yeah. Scuba diving. That would be funny if you've done with scuba diving. The biggest Doge whale in the world. She owns the supply of Dogecoin. So yeah, pump our Doge bags. I wonder if I could ask you all for some help. We tried to do this a while ago and see if we can. I wonder if I can see if anybody else. Basically, our Twitter got banned. So if you ever feel like trying to help us, you can try and retweet that. Maybe try and at some Twitter support people. I think it's a lost cause now, but yeah, we got suspended on Twitter. Wrongly suspended. but we have no way of trying to get that back. If you want to try and help us, you can. Somebody says you should do a live stream of MDX crypto. That would be really funny. I do know who he is. Yeah, I don't know. That would be pretty funny. Am I wearing only a top? Yes. And maybe. Man, if I create a new Twitter, I can guarantee it gets banned in 1 hour. I think 1 hour it would get banned because somebody would report us for evading a ban. 100%. I already know it will get banned. Okay, I already know. So unfortunately, we can't create a new one. What do you do when not trading? It depends. Lately, I've not really been doing too much because of lockdown. I'm kind of not able to do a lot, which kind of sucks, you know. So generally, if I'm not trading, I don't know. I like to go out, meet with friends, have a nice drink, have a nice meal. You know, I just like to go out and do stuff. But because of lockdown, it is just kind of boring right now. Daniel, you should try BitClout instead of Twitter. I don't know what that is. What's the link to Twitter? I don't have Twitter for you, but I will try to support. There, it's just up a little bit. So yeah, that's the link, mate, in the chat. If you don't find it, don't worry about it. It's not like, it's not an urgent pressing matter. If nobody does, it really doesn't matter. MDX is cool. I do think he's English. No, I do think he's English. And I think like there's not many English YouTubers. So I do think it would be, I think I've watched like maybe 2 of his videos. But I'm pretty sure he's English. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's American. I think he's English. I don't know. But if he is English, I think it would be really funny to. I've obviously never done a YouTube video with another YouTuber. But I do think it would be really interesting to like get on stream and like debate ideas and like listen to how they trade and then like show them the ways. No, I wouldn't try and force down my. I'd just be interesting to like, speak with the guy. I do think it would make for an interesting conversation. And I'm pretty certain he's English. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But that would be who would you think it would be interesting if I done a video with them? Like, who do you think would be interested? I think MDX would be pretty funny just because he's English. But I don't really know any other YouTubers. So yeah, but I do think like jumping on a stream or doing a video with somebody else would just be interesting because I always think that it's interesting to know how other people are trading. Yeah, I just think it would make for a pretty interesting video, no? See somebody else's point of view. I could question on why they use certain things. I don't know. And it's also just nice to network. It's also nice to network, speak to other people, rather than just like speaking to myself on the stream all the time, which is a bit boring. It would be interesting for me to speak to others on live stream. Oh, wow. I would love to speak to like BitBoy, but I do not think it would happen. I cannot really see it happening. But I'd love to get on stream and like talk about how the market moves. I just don't really think it's going to happen. But yeah, if it did, then that would be pretty funny, no? But I cannot see that one happening. Kron, Crown, the moon. That'd be funny to speak to the moon. These are all like completely opposite of me, of how I trade. Like these people are all completely opposite of me. So I do think it would be interesting to like. The thing is that I just think that a lot of them might. I don't know. I obviously wouldn't try and. I would definitely, if I ever spoke to people like the moon, I obviously would never put them down, or I would just like honestly just be very intrigued how they trade. But I know that their styles are obviously completely different than my style of trading. So I think it would make for a really interesting video, but I don't know. They might be a little bit intimidated by my trades. I don't know. It's just we trade totally different ways, don't we? So I don't know. It'd be really interesting. But yeah. So the moon would be pretty funny, but I just cannot. I don't know. Maybe I guess it's more likely the moon than it is BitBoy. I just can't see BitBoy accepting it. If he does, if he ever watching this, hey, I would definitely jump on stream with you, mate. I would do it. I think it would be very interesting. Ren from Crypto Benter. Don't know. Never heard of this person, but yeah, hey, why not? Nugget News. Don't know who that is. MDX. Maybe the Martini. I don't know who some of these people are. I think in trading, the only people that I know, I've heard of MDX. I've heard of obviously Crypto, BitBoy, Crypto Face. I've like heard of these people. I'm not really in the know of who does YouTube stuff. I just know the people that I regularly talked about. Tino. I don't know who this is, but Tino from Traders Reality. Yeah, if he's in the UK, yeah, I'd be happy to speak with him. He's from Germany. Oh, so MDX is from Germany, really? He sounds English. That's funny. Yeah, obviously the majority of the people we're talking about do not like us. Even though we've never spoke to them, a lot of the people do not like us. That's why I think it's very unlikely that they would do a live stream with me, because I think for some reason they just don't like us. So I would be very surprised if they did. But hey, I would be up for it, and I would do it in a very. It doesn't have to be on live stream. It could be edited. They could not even upload it. But I would just love to speak and just understand their point of views, and maybe like explain to them how the market's actually moving, and it's not like how they. I just think it'd be interesting. Even if it never went onto YouTube, just to like speak to them offline, I'd be very interested in it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Crypto is that. We'll have to see. I don't know who this guy is. Satoshi Stacker. Don't know who that is, but hey, why not? Why not? I don't know how you make those sort of things happen either, to be honest with you. Like if I wanted to collab with somebody, how would you go about that? He's born in Croydon. Oh wow, so MDX is from Croydon. It's not too far away from me, you know. Ooh. Mitch, I do know who Mitch Ray is. Yes, I do know who Mitch Ray is. I have heard of him, yes. MDX lives in Turkey. You know what? That's really, really, really funny. So MDX lives in Turkey, and I am thinking about getting a Turkish passport. So I am close to buying property in Turkey. And the advantage of buying property in Turkey is that I will be entitled to a Turkish passport. So that is very interesting if he is in Turkey, whether he is doing it for the same reasons. Is he buying property in Turkey as well? Wow, that's very, very, very interesting. Apparently, MDX lives in... Well, if he lives in Turkey, I suppose he's either renting or he has bought a property. I want to buy property because I want a Turkish passport. I want a Turkish passport. So it basically... I was only planning to go to Turkey literally for one day because you need to get to Turkey, sign the papers, it's done. So literally you spend like one day in Turkey and you can literally get a passport. This is what I've been told by my advisors. Spend one day in Turkey, buy a property, you can get a passport. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure how we would go about getting a clap. I suppose like what we're gonna have to do is at these people on Twitter. I do not have Twitter to at anybody on Twitter. You know, I just can't do it. So I suppose if you would like to get a collab with somebody, so maybe I speak to any of these people, I suppose the message that we would have to do would have to be under 140 characters. So would you be interested in a video collab with... What do we have to do? Would you be interested in a video collab with it would be very interesting to hear both channels about trading. There we go. So if you want to see me collab with somebody, I suppose the best way that we're going to have to try and do that would be, this would be the message, and then you would have to at whoever you want it to be done with, I suppose, no? And then they can send an email, I suppose, or we'll send an email if there's interest. I suppose we'd have to go about it like that, but that could be a message. I guess it doesn't have to, you know, topics that I'm interested in that I would get on video and talk to people about. I'm interested in cryptocurrency, stocks, the tax. So having different passports, the advantages of having different passports, the advantages of diversification, the advantages of not being blinded by one particular thing in terms of trading. You know, I think it would be really interesting. And I love to meet people. You know, I love to meet people. So for me, it would be, yeah, I think it would be fun. But I cannot message anybody on Twitter because really simply I'm banned. So I cannot even try and get anything because I literally am banned. But if somebody wants to put on a tweet and then send the link of the tweet in the comment section, I'll post the tweet here and we can get loads of people to retweet it, I suppose. So it wouldn't be coming from me. If somebody at somebody, post the link in here and I will get everybody to retweet it. We have 1,500 people. You know, if we get like 1,000 retweets, you would have thought that they might be interested. It's just I don't know whether people would be interested in talking about trading with the guy that does advanced technical analysis. I don't know. I have no idea, but I would just be very interested. I do know Da Vinci. I do know Da Vinci actually, and Da Vinci, he is like a fundamental guy now. He's obviously like the OG of Bitcoin, so he's like an OG. So like Da Vinci, I do know who this guy is. I have heard of this guy, and this guy is like the OG of crypto. This is him. Yeah, I do know this guy. This is like the OG of crypto. I think he's been in the space for like, yeah, literally for ages. I don't think I don't know if he's a trader, but I do know who that guy is. I think I watched a video of his, and he's like talking about buying Bitcoin when it was like $1 or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like he was buying Bitcoin for $1. So like that is that's pretty cool. You know, that is pretty cool. Yeah, I do remember watching that video. Like I can't remember what it's called, but just go onto like his YouTube, and it's called like buy Bitcoin when it's worth $1 or something like this. And yeah, that must feel pretty epic. Buy Bitcoin for $1 and now be worth 58 grand. That is pretty epic. Daniel, your thoughts about the CME gap? It doesn't close 100% of the times, but do you think there are retracement to? I think that the CME gap is you gotta be careful about this CME gap. I think everybody is so obsessed with the CME gap closing that I felt maybe it was unlikely to close this morning, especially with the bullish divergences. You know, we had a pump off of this. Now I think people are less interested in the CME gap. So when it was so obvious this morning, everybody's shorting for the CME gap. Of course, we could say it was more likely to get a rise in price. Now are people still going to be thinking about the CME gap? Are people still shorting for the CME gap? I think you still got to be aware of the CME gap, definitely. I think you still got to be aware of this CME gap. Does it have to close? No. Could it take 1 week to close? Of course. It doesn't have to close the next day. Would I be aware of the CME? Yes, I would be aware of the CME. Would I short just because of the CME? No. Cannot short just because of the CME. Do I think it will close? Personally, yes. But might this take another week to close? Of course, it might take another week, might take another month. I do think it will close though. I am very confident that we close the gap, but obviously I'm not shorting yet, but I do want to short. Not in one yet, but I would definitely short. And I do think that we close that CME gap. But of course, we might get another pump to the upside before we think about closing the gap, you know? So that's something to bear in mind. But to answer the question, yeah, I think that we close the gap, to be honest with you, yes. But again, this might not happen today. You know, it might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but I do think we close the gap. I love the group. I want to set a record for the longest trading stream without taking a trade. We are on a roll. The longest time on stream with taking no trades. How long is this live stream going on for? 3 hours. How is my throat not dead? That's what I'm surprised. How is my throat not dead? I can never manage speaking this long. I'm surprised that I've gone 3 hours with not having my throat die. That's the most surprising thing for me. Honestly, I've gone 3 hours with my throat not dying. Wow. How is that possible? But of course, yeah, we're now 3 hours taking no trades on stream. I'm 5 days taking no trades. So like this is literally going to be breaking my own records of longest time taking no trades. I cannot remember the last time I went this long without taking a trade. I swear I cannot remember the last time I went so long. But I'm staying patient, you know. I'm not going to just trade to trade. I am going to live by my motto, which is only take the highest probability trades. And so I am happy to wait. Take a snippet of this exact part of the video and title it collab proposal or something so we can link it. Yeah, I can do that, I suppose. I am really interested in doing in speaking with some other people though. I am seriously interested in that. It was the fruit. Yeah, maybe it was the fruit. Yeah, we need to eat fruit during the live stream and I can stream. Because you are just chilling. It's in your head. Now it's definitely not in my head. Like I seriously do get a painful throat. Like I seriously do get a painful throat. Already just by recognizing the talent on this channel, following it, learning what's important, I'm $2,000 in profit, 100% gains in 2 months. I'll be a contender with my spouse and learning. I love that, mate. I love that. I love the fact that people are going to be like chilling with their girlfriends, with their wives, with their spouses, and like watching and learning. I think that's so awesome, mate. That literally is so awesome. It's no longer, this is a running joke in the group. It's no longer Netflix and chill, but it's chart champions streams and chill, because I've seen quite a lot of pictures of guys with their girlfriends watching the videos, and it's like, yeah, it's chart champions and chill. Netflix no more, but people watch the live streams with their girlfriends. uh which is great, which is really good. It's funny. Oh wow, this is cool. So people are in the MDX crypto asking for a collab. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why he wouldn't. We're both from the UK. I mean, I think we can have a joke and have a laugh. I'm obviously really not a serious guy. Like I like personally, if I'm like chilling with my friends and I'm just like away from YouTube sort of thing, like I am a really joke. I love to have jokes, love to mess around, and love to have fun, you know. And I yeah, I would like go into it totally non-serious, unless he wanted me to be serious and talking about trading, you know. I don't know. But I would go into it in like a jokey vibe and just have fun and obviously talk about trading, but not in a serious manner of like talking about trading, you know. um but yeah, maybe we get this collab then. I think it would be hilarious to have a collab with Crypto, man. I do watch some of his videos and I think they're hilarious. I think they're really funny. You know, I do think they're very funny. Um, maybe if I moved to Dubai. Unfortunately, I wouldn't choose Dubai to live in. Oh wow. Got married 2 weeks ago. My wife loves you as much as I do, mate. This guy got married 2 weeks ago. His wife loves me as much. Man, that's so funny. That is so funny. You know, we have people that have literally had a kid and they called their kid Daniel. Um, I just find that really, really, really cool. Um, but yeah, people in the group have named their kids Daniel. Um, which is really funny. um, what can I say? I love the community, and I guess that's a sign of admiration, I suppose. I am humbled that people literally called their kids Daniel. You know, that's yeah, that's crazy. Oh, mate. Do a collab with Mark. Mark Douglas is unfortunately passed away. My friend, if you weren't aware, the legend who I will always talk about, this guy is an absolute legend. I am sure that this guy has now unfortunately passed away. If you don't know, this is, I'm not sure whether this was a joke or not, but Mark Douglas, obviously I have lots of respect for this guy. I think he was an amazing, amazing, amazing trader, and he's like has my full respect. And like, obviously he has no idea who I am, and I'm pretty sure that he's passed away. Unfortunately, like, because he's legendary. But I don't want to say this, and he's not. But I'm pretty sure he's passed away now. Yeah, I thought that was, yeah. So he's obviously dead. Obviously, I cannot collab with the guy because he's unfortunately dead. But yeah, like this guy, absolute legends, literally legendary trader, legendary. You know, I always will say that guy, amazing trader. And obviously, I cannot say he was a mentor of myself because I've never spoken to him in my life. I wish I could have spoken to the guy, but I did learn a lot from him, even without him knowing. Even without him knowing, I did learn from him. Obviously, not in a mentoring way because I've never spoken to him, but from a way of just like reading his books, watching his videos. Like, yeah, he was also an educator. So he also, I suppose I could kind of view myself. I know I don't want to say I'm nowhere near as good as Mark Douglas. Let's say that I'm nowhere near as good, and I don't think I'll ever be as good as him. Like, he is a legend. But for me, like, it is similar, I suppose, in the regards that Mark Douglas was a legendary trader, really good trading, really good mindset, and then he went from really good trader to helping out so many people. You know, he made trading books, trading videos, trading seminars, and like helped so many people with their trading. And like for me, that's something that I really, really want to do now. Like, you know, I've hit my, I've made multi-millions from trading. So it's like, I've got the credentials from trading, and now I'm giving back, making video. Although we've taken no trades today, but I'm trying to trade on streams. I'm like, I am making educational content. I don't have a book, but like it's similar. Like the steps that Mark Douglas went through, being a trader and then turning to like an educator and mentor of people, is similar to like what I'm trying to achieve. I think I've achieved trading. I've done pretty well for myself, I suppose, in trading, and now I'm also trying to give back and teach and assist people. I think it's beautiful, and I suppose if any, I could say Mark Douglas is an inspiration for myself, and I would say that, like, I honestly feel that he's a legend in my eyes. He's a legend. So yeah. You are good. You are one of the few YouTubers that don't FOMO us. Yeah, I suppose I would never try and FOMO. Well, I just don't show anything. So it's not like I just trade the charts. So I don't care whether I trade shorts. I don't care if I trade longs. I will trade both ways of the market happily. So I'm never gonna like try and FOMO people in or shill something, or I just, yeah. Longs next in line to get wrecked. At the moment, we just have to be patient. We just have to be patient. This could go either way from it. This is the thing. I do not think you have a good trade, so we need to remain patient. We really, really, really need to remain patient. I did not have any mentors per se. No, I've never like taken lessons with anybody. I wasn't finished typing. Was going to say they should be happy to be able to talk to you and learn from you. I like MDX a lot, but hands down, compared to other YouTubers, you have the best insight. I don't know. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to get on stream with them anyway. Trading in the zone. I haven't asked anyone for a collab, but other people are doing it on my behalf. I think if we could get a collab with, I would love to talk with BitBoy and just sit so he's aware if he watches this. I have no I have no bad feelings for you. You know, obviously things have happened, but I have no bad feelings towards you, man. I'd love to talk to BitBoy just to hear his opinions on crypto, MM Crypto, the people that I know really, MX Crypto, that this guy I'd like to speak to, I suppose. Mitch Ray, I'd speak to Mitch. Who else is there? Who else even does crypto videos? It's just like, I'm so out of I just have no idea. But yeah, I think all of them would be interesting for me. And welcome to the new champion. Oh, Crypto Insomnia. Wow. I remember you, mate. You are like an OG of chart champions. How's it going, mate? That is a long time since I've seen your name. Welcome to the champions, mate. Honestly, yeah, you're an OG. Been a long time since I've spoke to you. How are you doing? I've heard of the name Benjamin Cohen. I've never ever watched his videos, but I've heard of the name thrown around. So I guess I'd be interested in speaking to him. Again, Martini guy, I've never seen his videos, but yeah, why not? I'd be interested to speak to them. The thing is, if you want me to speak to these guys, you have to at them on Twitter for me, or get some sort of conversation going. It's just I don't have Twitter to get any of the conversations underway. Unfortunately, like, I'm banned. Tony Vase, oh my god. Tony Vase, yes, I would love to speak to him just because he's featured in the favorite song in the world, like my #1 favorite song in the world right now. So yes, of course, I would speak to Tony Vase to say thank you ever so much for making the best YouTube video in the world. Like, I love you for making that video, because that's like my vibe song right now. For the people wondering, by the way, this is a new option that we have. So where you see this member icon, there's a new option called join. If it's interesting to you, you can join. You have special emojis. You are going to be able to request which altcoins we cover on stream. And at the top level, if we get enough, we'll have like members only live chat. So if that sounds interesting, those are the new options that we have under the join icon. Wow, look at that. We have 1,400 people in here and 1,400 likes. Thank you ever so much, everyone. 40 dislikes. But hey, you cannot please everybody, and we don't want to please everybody. We do not want to please everybody. Joe Sands, don't know who that is, but yeah, why not? Let's play the best song ever. And this is the #1 song that I'm on about with Tony Vase. Like, this is #1.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out.
Bottomed out.
Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out. Don't ever rise is bearish.
Bearish falls to 13 times there.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Big, let us go to moon. And that's like my #1 app. You wanted to see this? I have the comment. Where is it? My new anthem when trading Bitcoin. Like, this is literally my anthem when trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin, please go to moon. I love that song. Like, this is my jam. How to be as good as you in trading, mate. I mean, to be fair, we have all of the educational stuff on the website. Obviously, it takes time and it takes experience. But essentially, you should be able to mimic my level of trading if you really do study everything. I mean, I feel people have already achieved that. I mean, people in the group who I feel have achieved like greatness and really good traders now. Well, I guess we look at Doltex, the guy's killing it. Chris, good trader. Igor, I think everyone can agree, is like a legendary trader. Mike is a good trader. Victor is a good trader. And like, these are all people that 5 years ago wouldn't have known what a candlestick was. And, you know, they've literally have learned from nothing to become, you know, trader R, full-time trader. 5 years ago, I think if you asked these people, what's a candlestick, then they might have not known, or they wouldn't have been a profitable trader. But they have studied the materials. They have learned, they took it seriously, and now they are full-time traders, making money. What more do they want in life? What more can one really want in life? So I suppose to answer the question of how to be as good as you in trading, I think you can look up to some of the people such as Igor. Igor has a high level of respect in the group. And that is because he literally started at the very bottom, having no idea, studied everything, made his own ideas, and now is up at the best, up with the best. He's a very, very, very good trader. So how can you be as good as me? I suppose learn from me, no? I suppose learn from me. We obviously have everything on the website should you want to learn. That would be my answer to the question. And how can I answer that so confidently? Because I've seen people do it. I've seen the results that people can achieve from listening to me and following my ideas and stuff, The results are literally in front of you. People are literally doing it. Number one, where do we have this interview coming out next week, is from the legend When Sailing. The guy turned 0.025 Bitcoin to 1 Bitcoin in 1 month. You know how insane that is? 0.025 Bitcoin to 1 Bitcoin in 1 month of trading. Like, that's insane results. Very, very, very good results. And he lives on a boat. But the thing that you need to remember is the guy literally is watching the videos, living on a boat, trading well. That video is coming out next week. So you can look forward to that. Oh, man, I think I'm going to have to call it a day, And we have another new supporter. Welcome, my friend. Filippo. You're the poker player, no? I think you're the poker player. Welcome, my friend. I am going to have to wrap it up here, though. I'm feeling a bit dead. I need to go out and get some fresh air now. Wow, we went on for how long? 3.5 hours. This is the longest live stream I've ever done. In terms of talking. My throat by now is nearly dead all the time. Do I ever speak with Hacker or Cred or Main? No, the answer is no. These are all Twitter people. When I was on Twitter, I remember these people. I used to speak with Main. I have spoken with him before. Cred I've never spoke to. This guy, I don't know who it is. But these are all Twitter people. I remember them from when I used to be on Twitter. I do remember them. And I have spoken with Main before, yeah. Or however you pronounce that. Cred I've never spoke to. I think they all know who I am though, because they all know who I am, but I've never spoken with that guy. I don't actually know who that is. This guy, yeah, I've spoken to him a lot. Well, a lot's the wrong. I've spoken to him. Yeah, man. I'm gonna head off. So yeah, there you go. I hope that you've enjoyed. Longest live stream I've ever done. Wow, that's an achievement. Final thoughts on this Bitcoin chart. Hey, the same as it was 3 hours ago. I think I'm being patient, waiting for a good trading setup. There's nothing spinning out at me now that says this is really good. I do want to take, I'm telling you, I want to take a short. I do. I want to take a short on Bitcoin. But I am going to remain patient for this entry. I do think that we have a really nice bull trap scenario, We have everything needed for the bull trap. But we just need that extra layer of confirmation, which is, I would like to see a lot. Really, I'd like to see a lot of support. I suppose my number one scenario would be a push to 59k plus. I suppose my number one scenario would be this. Push up and then come back down and lose our support. That would offer me a really good swing short. So that's my number one scenario for taking a short. If we just do this, then I just don't take a short, If we just squeeze through each level and don't lose any market structure, I just don't take a short. But I really, really, really do want a short. Short is my favorite thing. So trust me when I tell you, I really want to short this. And I'll happily short it with size. I'll happily put money on it. And I'd like to see something along this sort of line, That's what I'd short. But for now, I just don't have that short position to take. So I have to remain patient. Because even if I have a bearish bias, this is the thing. I have a bearish bias, but that does not mean I'm just going to short just because I feel we're going down. Because if the chart, if I think we're going down, but the chart is continuously making higher highs and higher lows, like, I'm just going to lose money. Like, I cannot trade a bias. I have to trade the charts. You know, see how you understand how I'm thinking. Like, I think personally that we're heading down lower, but I have no short here. So you see how I just have to remain patient. I mean, even here right now, this is still a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. We have not even lost our low yet. So we need to lose market structure, you know. So until that happens, I'm not going to short. So I would obviously prefer now a move to the upside or a loss of support. Those are the two ways I'd look for a short. And if we don't get either of those things, hey, I'm just not going to, it's just as simple as that. I'm just not going to short, you know. Pretty simple. Right, look at this. Dominic. He turned 0.01 Bitcoin into 1 Bitcoin in 6 months. This guy I know has been in the group for quite a while. But in 6 months, 0.01 into 1 Bitcoin. Wow. Daniel should talk to Benjamin. Yeah. I don't know. I don't actually know who he is, but I would talk to this guy, whoever that is here. Why not? I don't think I wouldn't be trying to be toxic. I wouldn't try and do anything. I would just love to hear other people's point of views, and I just think it would be more interesting than me just for myself. It would be I'd just love to interact and you know, network and speak to people. I just like doing that sort of thing, you know. So yeah, there's that. This is any of you guys. Mate, Michael Saylor. Dan's jamming. I'm just totally relaxing right now. Like, I'm literally just totally. I'm like losing my mind. Man's not taking a trade for 5 days, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm losing my mind. I know Dan's a good guy. The guy's worth over 100 million and still spending his time helping others learn to trade. I have to be honest. If I was in such a position, yeah. This is the thing. Like, this is an interesting topic of discussion, I think. Like, what would you do? Let's say you were in my. I'm really interested, and this is probably the last thing before I go. But I'm very interested to know, like, what would you be doing if you were in my position, where you could, you know, let's say you've done very good for yourself in trading. You have enough money to forget about everything and live on an island and forget about everything. What would you be doing with what would you do if you were in my position? Would you have a desire to help other people, or would you prefer to just do nothing essentially? And I don't know. I'm really interested in what people would do if they were in my position. Oh, honestly, I'm very interested to know what people would do. Like, would you hookers and blow it on a yacht, cocaine and hookers? I'm being serious though. Of course, maybe you could spend, like, I don't know, maybe take 6 months doing cocaine and hookers, but I guess that's going to not be a great long-term plan. I'm very interested to know what people would do on the long term. Oh, but yeah, I think like this is the, like, I truly believe, like, I don't know, like, to have that sense of purpose, or like sense of, I don't know, like, I truly believe, like, I mean, we've talked about this in the past, you know, like, I retire and go and live on an island. What, I get bored after a year, and then what do I do? And I don't know. I think I would get bored after a year of, like, living on an island. And also, like, where's that sense of, like, legacy, and where's that sense of drive? Because yeah, maybe it might be fun to sit around doing nothing, but I don't know. I guess my mind is just differently than You know, some people win the lottery. You know, you could describe this as winning the lottery, I suppose. A lot of people will win the lottery and they will blow all their money. You know, they blow all their money, they lose it all, and then they're back to square one. And why? Because they don't have the right mentality. Whereas I think what you should do is, I guess this is different, isn't it, really? That's actually totally different, winning the lottery. But wow, we have nothing going on right now. Anyway, yeah. Become a racing driver. I'm not sure whether you can just become a racing driver or whether you have to be skilled in this. But yeah, obviously we got now. My baby is chart champ. My baby is algo, and my baby is chart champions. You know, I love doing chart champions. I love it. I really do. I do enjoy it. And then what I also love about chart champions is obviously you have to acknowledge that chart champions is now a business. So this is a business. Obviously it's an educational business, but at the end of the day now chart champions is considered business. And what I love about having a business of chart champions is that obviously it's great to be able to help people in terms of teaching them to trade, but now we also have this other possibility of employing people, of giving people jobs. So I think that's really great. Like every person that has come to me asking for a job, I've given people, I'm not saying this to like brag or anything, but I just feel it's like a really nice position where, you know, people that come to me struggling, you know, people that were affected by COVID-19, people that were, you know, at really bad places and they needed something. So they come to me saying, hey, I can help you with this. I'll help you with this. I'll help you with this. And in return, obviously I pay them. And I think that's like a really, really, really nice position to be in as like a business owner per se, that you can help back the people that are helping you by changing their lives, by, you know, giving them a job that they really, really want, you know, for example. Like I think the people that work for us, like, love working for us. So, you know, it's a privileged place to be in where the people can love what they do. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like that. Like the last guy that I don't know whether he wants me to talk about it. I guess I can talk about it in an abstract way without going into who it is. But we had the last, you know, we employed somebody 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago we took on our last employee. And funnily, like this guy, I don't want to go into details. I don't know whether he wants me to talk about it. But yeah, yeah, I just feel it's a nice position to be in of giving people jobs, you know, that are from less fortunate places. Yeah, like I'm happy to say that our employees are, you know, need. Oh, I don't know where I'm going anyway. I don't want to go into details. So, yeah, all I can say is waiting on Bitcoin. I truly do love you all. I do love the community. I do love the support. If you want to try and get me a collaboration with another YouTuber, that would be cool. We'll see what comes to fruition of that one. For everybody else, honestly, thank you so much for the support. But the thing is, I would still do these videos if I was speaking to one person. You know, I'd do these videos if I was speaking to one person or I'm speaking to 100,000 people. It doesn't really bother me like how many people are watching, because at the end, I would prefer to speak to one person that really, 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 really wants to learn than 100,000 people who are just here for like signals. Because I am like not a fan of signals or people that ask for signals, because it's just like, I just don't see that I'm offering value in this. And so I would always say I'd much prefer to speak to less people, but the people that I speak to are fully passionate about trading and fully passionate about wanting to learn and they really have a drive to change themselves, yeah, I'd honestly 100,000,000%, I'd much prefer to speak to less people that are driven than loads of people that are here for signals. 100% on that one. But anyway, that's it for today, I think. Uh, 57k support, important support, 58k local support. I could have taken some sculpts in this video, to be fair. Like, I was so relaxed, I literally forgot even to sculpt. Because I did tell you 58k now should be support when we took that high. And we did come down to the CC. I bet somebody in the group took it. I bet somebody else in the group took this. Let's see. I'm sure somebody else would have took this trade. Wow, that was a 58 to... Okay, that guy took a scalp. Crazy. That guy longed 58k. I thought somebody would take it. That guy longed... Oh, that guy's in a long from 56k. Wow, he's getting made $4 grand profit. Oh, wow, this guy has made today 7 grand. Unrealized for... he's basically making nearly 13 grand today. Wow, well done, mate. Haymaker, long from 51k still. 1000% gains. Well done, man. But yeah, if you're listening and you're in the champs group right now and you did take the long off that CC, I want to see how many people took it. This guy definitely took it off that CC. People make more money than me on the stream. Hashtag goals. But there you go. Yeah, that's it, I think, then. So, thank you ever so much. Have a brilliant day. And goodbye. Cheers, everybody. And I'll catch you soon. Keep your eyes on the chart. If anything major happens, hey, I'll update you in Discord. But I need to go now. Too long this stream's gone on for. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Thank you ever so much again. I'm rubbish at ending. Like, literally, I suck at ending videos. So I'm just going to have to say it. Like, thank